Mm. Alright. Alright. Hello. Let me get some links out. Sorry, I just had something to eat. So I'm gonna have to drink some water. Sorry. Sorry. Miserable weather outside. Raining and warm in February. But it's not snowing. So it's going to be freezing rain. So it'll be fun to get out of... it'll be fun to get my car ready tomorrow. Sorry. Alright. We'll start soon. With more Gator goodness. With more Gator goodness. We might finish it today. We might finish it Sunday. Sorry, I have a cough. Alright. Alright. I'm sure people will pile in. Let me change the name of this. We are now in part 8 of this never-ending visual novel. So I had an impromptu stream yesterday because I just want to get through this soon. But a lot happened. Quite a bit happened. We learned that our teacher, Mr. Iadikin, had bone cancer and died. We had to comfort Olivia, who rushed to get to the fountain, which is actually in the menu right now. That's what it is, because she wants to paint it. She wants that to be her magnum opus. She, of course, broke her wheelchair trying to get up the stairs, and we helped her. And we kind of confessed our feelings to her, and we got a little peck on the cheek. We are now dating that Gator. We had a very nice moment with her. We stayed over at the Payne's house, so our friend Damien, who, again, Olivia lives with them. They are basically her adoptive parents, because her mother is dead, and her dad works overseas. We got to see her room. We learned she's a metalhead, which is really based, and she likes games, so that's even cooler. Well, I don't know if it's cooler, but they basically just made the perfect waifu, I guess. we, we are ready to go. So, we are back at school. The ride never ends. It is gym class with our monkey gym coach. Sully was as stern as ever in his class. Whether it's just that he doesn't care or has his own form of respect is beyond me, but his hat was on just a little tighter than normal today. Man, too many feelings today. Moping isn't going to get me anywhere. I'm halfway to second period when the question of Yodigan's replacement strikes me. Will we just be getting a few days off? There's no way they can just find a new teacher on short notice. Class is probably going to be on hold for a while. His name is still on the door plate when I enter. Inside, many of the students chatter with each other normally. Some nervously glance up to the teacher's desk. I take my normal seat by the vacant desk Olivia will be normally stationed, because she broke her wheelchair and now she can't get out, so they have to wait for a replacement, so I guess she's just now stuck at home. She apparently can move around a little bit, it seems, like using her tail, because that's all muscle. Period's gonna suck without her. Looks like all I got to look forward to today is lunch with Damien and Liz. Man, the whole day is just gonna drag on. I want to go back to Olivia. The bell tolls, and an unfamiliar woman in a suit walks in, clipboard in hand. She nods at us all and starts reading mechanically from some script. Can we get a picture? Is she a waifu? The substitute tries her best, but there's only so much you can get done on your first day on such short notice with just some papers to read out. Her tone doesn't help. Drawn out and empty, I feel myself losing focus. I look down at my half-taken notes. Shoot, Olivia would probably kill me if she... Do. The substitute looks at the class phone in frustration as she walks over to answer its call. They both mumble back and forth a few seconds before. We got an incogcito in the class. Nope. I raise my hand. The substitute thumbs towards the door. Office called, you're wanted. Weird, what would the office want with me? My footsteps echo on the hard, cool tile on the way to the principal's office. Please stop skipping school, Inko. I know you're out with your girlfriend, but please, you can have your heart-to-hearts on the weekend or after school. I heard once that they made the halls to the faculty offices longer on purpose to scare you. Although that may just be from an old comic strip. The effect was there, however, as each of my reverberating steps sent a spike of unease through my core. When I finally stood before the principal's office, the feeling of unease peaked. Uh-oh. Our best friends are here. Slowly, I opened the door and inched myself inside. I'm about several inches taller than everybody else, so I'm the Chad in this scenario. The principal was sitting behind her disorganized desk, blanketed with numerous sheets. Between Mia and Ben, looking back at me from their own chairs. You wanted to see me, Principal Scalar? Yes, Mr. Nito, there are some matters we need to discuss. She motions to the third chair in front of her. I take a seat as instructed next to Ben, who's more or less acting as a personal barrier between me and Mia. Mr. McKnight has informed me that there was an incident between you and Miss Moretti earlier this month. One in which school property was severely damaged, not by us, but not by me. Yeah, it was near the start of the month, so why now? I look at Ben and Mia. I'm sorry, there were more pertinent issues at the time, Inko. I had to keep pushing this back to handle things like the audit paperwork, and an excessively heavy breath leaves Miss Scaler's mouth. Miss? Nah, she's not. No. I don't like a school principal. Nope. I like our Gator girl. You should have given me the reports of this as soon as it happened. Miss Scaler looks at Ben as he frowns. This needs to be resolved by the end of the day, Benjamin. Her tired eyes turn my way. Please, so that we can finish this as soon as possible. While she spoke, my focus was on Mia, and the smile that crept across her face. From what Miss Moretti has told me, it was you who instigated it in the first place, that lying bitch. Care to explain? What? Principal Scaler, Mia was the one who were aware that she caused the damage, Mr. Nito. Oh. The older woman leans forward with pen and paper in hand. What we need to know is how this incident happened in the first place. Uh-oh. I think we should hear Mia's side of the story first. Shut up, Ben. Oh, you son of a... Since she was the one who inadvertently caused damage, after all. The red-scaled girl nods, holding out her hands as she begins. Miss Scaler, I was just trying to talk to Olivia that day. Yeah, she's like a 50s greaser. And out of nowhere, Inko shows up and starts getting on my case. I was trying to tell him that me and Olivia were just working on a project when... BAM! He just whips out his camera and blinds me with it. No, he doesn't. What? Didn't she slap herself in the face with a tail-mounted glitter bomb? I'm gonna show that again. That's a pretty epic animation that they have. So we're gonna see it. We're gonna watch it. Oh, there we go. Pretty cool. Alright. And because I couldn't see, I kept running into things, even knocking things over, and I didn't mean to do that, Miss Scaler. I know I have a temper, and trust me, Ben's been helping me work on it, but you can't blame me for going around like a headless chicken. She can't be serious. I look to the principal to see that she's just listening to her lie right through her teeth. And this ain't even the first time he's done this. I tried talking to Olivia back in September and he pulled her away. I swear, he's been out for me ever since the first day of school. Principal Scaler, that... Shh. My jaw slams shut bitterly as the principal denies me the chance to defend myself. Yeah, this is high school, alright. Whoever is the, aggressor and evil bully apparently never actually has to face consequences. It's the whole thing of, hey, teachers will only actually intervene when the kid getting beat up fights back, and that's only to get him in trouble. Her eyes turn downward to a particular stack of papers atop her desk, carefully scanning one page and flipping to the next. The silence of the room is unnerving as she flips through page after page, finally breaking the quiet by clearing her throat. Now, Mr. Nito, you can give me your side of the incident. I move to speak, but an overwhelming feeling of exhaustion falls over me as I recount the events of the last few days. While Mia was completely out of line the whole way through, it's true that we provoked her into doing what she did. Yeah, rightfully so. If we had just come to Scalar about this earlier, none of this would have happened. So, doesn't that put some of the blame on us? I look over at Mia, who's currently staring at me with an intimidating glare. I quickly shift my gaze to Ben, who seems to be offering me a supportive smile. Fine, I don't want to make this any bigger than it already is. No, don't lie to her. I only blinded Mia with the camera flash because I thought she was hurting Olivia. We were scared, so we ran away, and there wasn't any time to explain the situation. Oh, actually, I think we did blind her. I don't remember, actually. It was just a big misunderstanding, Miss Scalar, that's all. Right. As Scalar considers my explanation, Ben shifts towards me and pats me on the back. His gesture of support is contrasted by the evil grin painted on the face of the Crimson Devil towering behind him. We all stand in silence as we await a verdict. Ahem. The principal stands directly in front of us with a now unreadable expression. In addition to the report itself, our Yadikin left behind his account of what happened. In it, he describes Mia's actions as openly hostile and intentional. Can you blame her? She couldn't see anything. She was in a lot of pain. Good. In either case, it seems both parties are in agreement as to what happened. Yadikin didn't mention a motive or in his report for some reason, but I suppose that clears it up. Besides, making a big deal out of this during the audit isn't such a good idea. You kiss ass. Principal Scalar looks ready to object to the line of thinking, but ultimately says nothing. Ellipses. Now, I'd like to give you the benefit of the doubt, especially at a time like this, but given the extent of the destruction, I don't feel I can do that. It would bring me no greater relief than to have you off my mind for a few days, Mrs. Ben. She is not married to you yet. Mrs. Moretti. But, given both of your classmates' statements, you may not be fully to blame. I think a week of Saturday detentions to assist with cleaning up the hallway is in order. Huh? Miss Scalar, if I may. The principal sighs and nods. I spoke with the janitors about it, and they all agreed it could be done in a single day if they have enough hands. You suck, Ben. I hate you. You're going to make us help out, aren't we? And we're going to have a heart-to-heart with Mia, and then it's going to throw us a curveball. We're going to have a choice. Do we actually want to go with Mia? Which is actually a tempting offer, because that means we could cuck Ben, and I would love to make him miserable. And also, Mia is blonde, so she's got that going for her. But no. I will not be tempted by this harlot. By the scarlet harlot that is Mia Moretti. And they all have plans for December. It wouldn't be fair to bring them in and cancel their leave. Miss Scalar growls and rubs her temples. Right. In that case, Mia, Inko, you'll both get one Saturday detention to help repair the hallway. You are expected to arrive at 10 a.m. sharp and work on cleaning up the mess you made. Now, if the three of you don't mind, get the fuck out of my office. I have more important things to focus on. She doesn't even look up at any of us. I turn towards Ben, who looks absolutely relieved, and Mia, who looks positively overjoyed. She skips out of the office without another word, leaving both Ben and I to stare blankly at each other for a few seconds. Eventually, we shuffle out of the room together. Well, I guess that's it. Damn it, I never got detention before, but I don't find it hard to care much. Anyway, I just want to go home or go see Olivia again. Inko, are you okay? How do you think I feel? My head turns half-heartedly towards Ben. No, not really. Wait, we're wearing glasses. Look, man, I'm really sorry for what happened back there. But thanks for helping me out. I didn't want to make a big deal out of this since me and Olivia are both struggling. Olivia is struggling partially because of Mia. Speaking of Olivia, is she doing okay? She's at home right now. Well, you ought to comfort her. She's going through a lot right now. Stop lecturing me. You don't think I know? You think I don't know that? I know you are too. You could use each other, especially after what happened. So he's like the Naomi function in this game. Naomi was like the chipper class president from Snoot Game, who, initially starts out being very friendly and like, oh, I want to be best friends and help introduce you all around the school. But it just turns out she's an exceedingly petty, like, narcissist perfectionist that just falls apart by the end, and we all hate her. Ben is very similar. I think it might be the same type of dinosaur as well. That's good. I have to go, but thanks again, Inko. You really did me a solid here. Besides, the attention isn't all that bad. It's not going to appear on your record. I can make sure of that. Yeah, basically, unless it's a criminal charge or you got expelled, or no, even then, and as long as you graduated, no one will care what you did in high school. Well, I mean, if you're going for a scholarship, then your grades might count, but your actual behavior doesn't matter. Thanks, Ben. Don't mention it. With a smile, the student council president nods at me and turns to leave. Before long, it's just me standing in the empty hallway outside the office. It's only lunch, and I already want to go home and fall asleep. At least Damien and Liz are probably waiting for me. Ellipses. How are these palm trees surviving in the winter? This isn't... Why wouldn't the dinosaurs all want to live in a tropical climate? After school, I took the metro back home to shower and put on some new clothes. As it turns out, my parents really were on a business trip for the weekend, as indicated by a sticky note on the fridge. Well, I'm back at the Pains regardless. Randy opens the front door to let me in. Oh, there you are. Damien mentioned you'd be coming over later. Hey, Randy. Oh, hey, Randy. Say, Inko, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind shoveling the snow off the driveway when you can. Nope. Leave. We really appreciate it, and I'll even... Okay, we're gonna do it. I'll even pay you a couple bucks for it. No... Inko. Never work for free. No need for the payment, sirs. Thanks for letting me come unannounced again. Thanks a bunch, really. As Randy leaves, I collapse onto the couch and let my head rest against the comforter. Gods, that whole thing with Ben and Mia really took a lot out of me. The weight of my heavy thoughts drag my head sideways until I can see Olivia's bedroom door. I'm turning into a game show host. My eyes linger there as I consider getting up to see her or just giving her some time to come out. She has to know I'm here now, right? She probably does. She also probably doesn't want to do her silly knee walk thing again. I wonder how mad she'd be if I caught it on camera. A presence then cuts off my view before sitting right next to me. Best boy. Hey, you alright, Inky? You were kinda out of his lunch. For a moment, I considered telling Damien about what happened. But honestly, the last thing I want to do is bring this sort of drama into what I could consider my safe haven. Yeah, I'm alright, Damien. Just had a rough time at school, and I'm hoping to take my mind off it. And it's pretty understandable. I mean, what with everything that's been going on and all. If you only knew. In an attempt to comfort me, Damien pats my shoulder. Tell you what, I'll finish up my homework and then we can chill over a game of Rock Ring or something. Does that sound good? Yeah, that sounds good. Sweet. Alone again. My stomach is aflutter with butterflies as I get up from the couch. Olivia's room is just a couple of steps away. And each one stirs the butterflies even more. Once I reach it, I can feel like I'm in the shadow of a colossal monolith. Come on, Inko, you just gotta knock. Damn it, arm, just lift up. Stop shaking. I'm awake, Uncle... Oh, wait. I'm awake, Uncle Randy. It's me, Olivia. I hear a quiet shuffling before Olivia speaks up, more loudly this time. Inko? Yeah, are you... okay? Decent. Damn you. Can I come in? Yeah, just watch your step. Watch my step? My hand is still shaking as it makes contact with the knob. With a deep calming breath, the butterflies finally start slowing down and I'm able to push the door open. What is happening in here? And see blackness. Olivia? The room is extremely dark. The only source of light is coming from the entryway. I have to take my sunglasses off, and the screen just got brighter a little bit. In an attempt to see through the darkness better. Olivia? The heck happened in here? Why is it so dark? I make out Olivia's shape in her bed. It's a long story. Come, sit on the bed. Don't you have a lamp? Can't you turn it on? I don't want to ruin it. Is darkness really necessary for whatever this is? Yes. Alright, geez. I take a few careful steps forward and stub my toe on the edge of the bed, ruining my day. I fall forward onto it, crunching onto something. Scheisse! Inko! Okay. Why are you sitting with your legs closed like that, bro? Are you alright? Yeah. I have a better view now. Olivia sits in the middle of her bed, wrapped in a blanket. Surrounding her are piles and stacks of her old drawings and sketchbooks through the years. They're arranged in rings around her, and I've fallen onto the outer ring. Whoops. Oh, crap. Sorry. Get up. Get up. I carefully lift myself back up. There's not too much damage. Olivia shoos me off that part of the bed. What is all this? Actually, how was it so dark to begin with? Don't you have a wind... I can explain. Did she, like, paint over the windows? Please do. Olivia inhales deeply. After you left, I had some time to really think. It was just me and my thoughts. Alone. Maybe a little too alone. Something with me just needed to come out, and I just felt this need to... Well, I was inspired to do this. Some act of defiance against the world or something. I'm still figuring it all out. Feel kind of bad now, just leaving you here alone. Sorry. I could have called out sick or something. There's no need to feel bad, though. I really needed this. Because after I got everything set up, I got to thinking. I had all day to do it. Yodikin put a lot of effort into me. Or on me. He wouldn't be proud of me throwing a pity party for myself. Damn it. So, all this, I'm getting it out of my system. They're called performance pieces when someone does this sort of thing. It's all I can do, but I think it's enough. A performance piece? Olivia, this is amazing. You're able to keep striving onward with your work. Thanks. I mean it. You're not missing a beat, not letting what happened get you down. And here I've been all day, all gloomy. I admire it. I guess you're right. That's one way of looking at it. Do you want to come out into the living room? No, I think I want to stay here a while longer. It still hurts. Alright. Squeeze her hand and head back to the door. I'll be out here for a while then. She nods and shuts the lamp off again. I shut the door and sit back on the couch. A performance piece. I never would have thought of that. Man, that really is something else. Inky. Hey, Vinny. I wave at Vinny and Damien, the two brothers entering the living room from behind me. Reminded again that Vinny tried to kill me with acid spit. I guess their room is back there. Man, do I have great timing or what? I take a moment to consider what he means when Vinny plants himself right in front of the television and begins pulling something from the cabinet underneath. Oh. You mean it's game time then? Yeah, man, it's game time. Damien takes a spot right next to his brother and helps him in setting up the large squat block of console. Man, that thing looks pretty old. And huge. Okay, we're all set. The controller is tossed in my lap, and I marvel at just how large it is. Thanks, Damien. But I'm not much of a gamer. In fact, I've never actually played anything more than some Flash... What do you do all day? Oh, he watches video essays on movies he hasn't watched. But what do you do all day? Nah, that's cool. We could play something simple till you get used to it, or... I don't want to be a bother, Damien. I'll be fine just watching for now. That's weird, Inky. You're weird. Bro, chill. Give Inko some time. He'll be playing once he sees how awesome it is. The young boy nods and focuses back on the screen. The screen flashes to a menu screen of some kind. Reclining deeper into the couch, I allow my mind to drift. I don't know how long my brain was off, only that it came back when I heard the telltale noise of a door hinge opening. Looking in the direction of the noise, I see Olivia on her knees, casually shuffling along the floor to the couch. I don't know how it actually works, like... I assume that if you have, like, Met health insurance and, like, you need a wheelchair, or, in this case, like, since they're her legal guardians, like, they have to have, like, some sort of health insurance plan that would have, like, cover stuff like a wheelchair. Like, they can't just pay out of pocket for that completely, right? Like, so Olivia's needs a new wheelchair. You would think they would be able to get one very quickly. Like, she needs to get around. Looking in the direction of the noise, I see Olivia on her knees, casually shuffling along the floor to the couch. Hey, Olivia. The game pauses when I say that, and the two brothers also wave at her. Hey guys, dinner ready yet? Almost, little ace. Randy's shout came from the kitchen. When did he get there? Man, it must have spaced out for a while. Hey, remember when you were supposed to fix your, to shovel the driveway? A quick check of my phone says I'd be in deep trouble for, I've been in deep thought for at least an hour. Whew. Okay, the fish is ready, you guys. Fish? But I didn't hear any cooking. Oh no, it's sushi. And I don't smell anything. You kids coming? Just a sec. Olivia and Vinny follow after Randy's voice without a word, and while Damien quickly pauses his game and sets the controllers aside before motioning me to join them. I push myself up and trudge towards the kitchen. Inside, the Payne family is hurrying to sit at the dining room table, and even Olivia is struggling to help herself up onto a chair, but a hand from Damien pulls her up. I just realized, out of context, this is horrifying. Like, this could easily be a horror game, turned into a horror game, where it's like, yes, we really wanted you for dinner, over for dinner, Inko, with all these carnivorous dinosaurs surrounding you. You thought we'd really be okay with Olivia dating a human? Who'd want to be friends with a skinny like you? Alright, now get in the oven. Oh, she's got, like, their version of Mickey Mouse on her sweater. Oh, that's cute. On the dining room table sits a silver tray covered in raw fish, wasabi, bottles of soy sauce, and slices of ginger. Ever have sashimi, Inko? I'm actually very familiar with it. I'm surprised. My sudden turn of luck. Many times, actually. My family orders stuff like this on the weekends a lot. Hey, that's great to hear. Well, don't just stand there. Feel free to join us. I eagerly take a seat, starting to feel slightly rejuvenated. Everybody begins to pass out plates to one another, and we all pluck pieces of salmon from the tray and place them onto our plates. 5 minutes in, and everybody is enjoying the fish. I can't help but notice nobody else is eating properly, though. They soak their fish in soy sauce, and the ginger seems to be eaten at random rather than used as a palate cleanser. To just wantonly eat this delicious meal like that, I raise my voice to get the attention of everyone at the table. You guys know you're supposed to be using the wasabi and soy sauce on the same piece of fish, right? On opposite sides, like this. I offer a demonstration. I'm a massive weeb. Well, is it... Or he's just an otaku. Although everybody eats sushi now, so... No kidding. Good to know. And the ginger slices are supposed to be eaten between pieces as a way of cleansing your palate and aiding digestion. Come on. Who has the time? Plus, I like the taste. If you're going to eat traditional food, you should eat it the right way. Damien smirks at me, and I can tell that neither he nor Vinny is bothered to listen to what I have to say. At least Randy and Sophia have at least tried out the technique, albeit sloppily. Olivia is looking at me with a bit of a pout on her face. What's wrong? We're not at a restaurant, Inko. Let them eat however they want. Nope, this is going to destroy our relationship. We die on this hill. But the correct way ensures a balanced flavor. Maybe, but there's no accounting for taste, you know? Technique is the most important part of food like this. In some cases, it's even deadly if you don't follow careful instructions. Ever heard of fugu sashimi? It's made from pufferfish, and if you don't prepare it right, it can be deadly. Well, so can chicken, if you don't cook it. Good thing we're not eating pufferfish, then. Well, yeah, but it's the idea behind it. You're welcome to eat it however you want. Just let us enjoy the food, okay? Just let people enjoy things, bro. I always hated the phrase, just turn your brain off, like if you're watching a dumb movie. And I'm like, okay, I get the point of you can have a suspension of disbelief and just enjoy something. But saying turn your brain off sounds like something they would say in a cult. Fine. Olivia gives me an earnest smile before returning to her fish. It's a little disappointing to hear, especially since they don't get to eat this kind of food very often. It's kind of a waste that they don't eat it right. After dinner, Olivia, the Payne brothers, and I are all back in the living room. On the TV screen, two large robot-looking figures fire at one another with automatic weapons. No one bothered to keep track of time. We were all too enraptured by the pixelated entertainment in front of us. Which is how I'd missed my last chance home. Mrs. Payne didn't look too upset, though. In fact, I think they expected me to spend the night again. Especially with how Randy has been so quick to pull out some blankets and pillows for me. Both of the parents insisted I stay, and it's not like I could realistically walk home. So once again, I'm staying over and currently sat at the foot of the couch with Olivia. We're both bundled up to stave off the chilly winter night. The soft... Alright, first time chat from Maldi Packle. Hot dogs with peanut butter. Disgusting. Get out. The soft growling purr that Olivia makes when She's content has become almost therapeutic to me. So she's like a cat. So how are you feeling? Oh, I really enjoy spending time with everyone like this. Thank you for being here, Inko. I feel a whole lot better knowing you're with me. Same here. Her palm wraps around my left hand and I give her a reassuring smile. In all honesty, I should probably go to bed now. I don't want to be tired and sad, you know? Yeah, I get it. Well, you could always join me in my room. A little too forward, aren't we? I couldn't. Randy would kill me. Yeah, you're right. You want to help me up? Oh yeah, sure. With some careful movements and support of her tail, I help Olivia shuffle herself towards her room. I narrowly avoid stubbing my toe again as I set her down on the bed, and she quickly wraps herself in blankets. See you in the morning, Inko. You too. I quickly make my exit and close the door behind me, eager to hide the growing blush on my face. At this rate, I don't think I'll ever get used to this whole romance thing. Either way, I head back to the living room and fall on the couch, getting ready to pass out. I want to see one of these romance visual novels where the main character, Anon, just gets completely sick of all of this, and you know, harem route? No. Like, normal girl route? No. No. Just go off and join a monastery route. That's what I want. At least for one of these games. All in all, today was pretty good. Mornings in the Payne residence were lively, to say the least. Or maybe it's because it's a Saturday. That is to say, my weekend sleep schedule is cut far shorter than I would have liked. Mostly by Damien's little brother laying feet first on my chest and knocking the air out of my lungs. Icky. It's the second time in a row. I sputter and sit up in an attempt to get back some precious oxygen. Vinny immediately sat on the pillow I had used. Morning, Vinny. A check in my phone says that it's 7:30. 4 hours too early. The TV flickers to life and Vinny starts flicking through the channels at a speed only he can comprehend. Morning, Inko. Sorry about the wake-up call. It's Vinny's favorite season. Winter? Hockey. Vinny cheers loudly, and I look up to the screen to see a player being brutally slammed into the protective glass of the ice rink. Ah. Is Olivia up yet? Damien shrugs. Probably not. You guys were up pretty late last night. Plus, it's the weekend. Best just let her sleep off the food coma. She'll come out of her room eventually. Fair enough. Much as I would enjoy sleeping in as well, Damien and Vinny have taken occupancy over my pseudo bed. There is the recliner just next to us, but I am not going to defile what must be Randy's throne. May as well stay up then, I guess. Mind if I get a bowl of cereal? Help yourself, amigo. At least I can check on any updates with my blogs. What do you write in your blogs if you don't do anything? Well, he does photography, so... I head in the kitchen and make myself a bowl, being sure to add some sugar and honey from the condiment cupboard this time. You don't need sugar and honey, just put in some honey. Taking a seat at the table, I begin scrolling through my phone's feed while shoveling cereal into my mouth. As always, it's top-of-the-line content. It's simply great how much can be done with social networks, really giving a voice to the people. Thank you, dinosaur Elon Musk. I consider sharing it with the others, but I don't want to ruin their fun. Afterwards, I rejoin Damien and Vinny in the living room, both of whom are absolutely enthralled by the hockey game playing on the TV. With every hit of the puck or rogue shoulder check, the brothers explode in either excitement or devastation. The two also take turns assaulting me with more hockey trivia than I'll ever be able to use, particularly about Vinny's favorite goalie.
And then he got into a big fight with the entire hockey team and was transferred to this one. He's great.
He's not that great. You just like him because he gets in the most fights.
Yes.
Sure like the sport.
Fuck yeah. The games are just my kind of thing. That guy that's up right now is also cool. Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh, that's a load of bull.
Why didn't McDonald get the penalty? This guy sucks.
Vinny, language.
Sorry.
Vinny, tell him about your collection of anime girl figure. Wait, I should be getting some soon. Anyway.
Oh, I got all the bobbleheads for this team. Let me show you.
Does he actually like the sport or just the constant brawling? They're basically the same thing. Yeah, exactly. Is there really that much of a difference? Yeah. Jokes aside, he actually likes it despite the ice. You should play some street hockey here sometime once it warms up. You up? Not if it's always this chaotic. Relax, there's protective gear you can use. That's not the point.
Here they are.
A young boy dumps an armful of beaten up plastic figures in my lap. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Vinny grins as he takes each of the wobbly-headed figures and gives me a brief explanation of exactly who they are.
This bruiser here, he's known for his mean right hook. And
with descriptions like that, I'm absolutely sure I'd rather sit out any game involving Vinny. I hear the nearby door creak open. Out crawls a tired Gator, rubbing the sleep from her eyes. She helps herself up on the couch. Good morning, sleepyhead. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Morning, Olivia.
Olivia, eyes still closed, mumbles out what sounds like a good morning. Sleep well? Kinda. Couldn't fall asleep until 2 in the morning. Damien and Vinny start shouting victory as the home team gets the final score.
What a slap shot!
Heard the excitement in the room, watching hockey again. Sophia settles herself onto the recliner, opening up her laptop. Oh, the school's weekly newsletter just came in. How exciting. Turn down the volume, Damien. Sure thing. Alright, first it says there's a basketball game this Friday against the Tail Spikes. In preparation for finals, tutoring will be open after school for everyone that needs it. Damien. I got it covered, Mom. Liz is helping me out. I hope so. Senioritis won't be tolerated here. Oh, this is interesting. To all our students, you are invited to St. Hammond's School's 201 M 2023 BC Winter Formal.
It's the school dance, chat!
Winter Formal? Damien yawns and stretches his arms behind his back. Yeah, some event for seniors they got every year. Basically a dance, but more fancy. It's like the biggest event of the year or something. You know, next to graduation or prom or whatever. I don't think any of my previous schools ever did something like this, just regular dances. Immerse yourself in the serene beauty of a wintry night sky with music, food, entertainment, and much more. We will also be hosting a special memorial for one of St. Hammond's finest teachers who has recently kicked the bucket, Mr. Trent Yodikin. Shoot, that's going to be tough to see. The event will take place at the Volcaldera Convention Center on Friday, December 15th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's not a long time. It's only 3 hours. Tickets for the Winter Formal are now on sale online or in Miss Prockling's classroom. $15 for one and $30 for couples. So no discount at all. It's the same price. Please read our event's dress code to know what will and will not be allowed to the formal. Have a great weekend. Go Feathertails. Well, seems like you three have something to look forward to next month. Mrs. Payne closes her laptop with a smile and sets it aside. Mom, it's about that time. She gasps and checks the clock on the wall. I nearly forgot. Vinny, get your kimono on. I'll start the car. Why is he wearing it? Oh, he's in martial arts.
It's called a gi, Mom.
Yeah, I had one of those. I'll probably be running some errands while he's at karate practice, so I'll be out until dinner. I'm sure Vinny didn't mean to karate chop my throat as he got up. He's just eager to get to class. The back rub from Olivia helps to clear my airway quicker, at least. Well then, Damien switches on some game and slumps in his familiar position as the recliner in mere seconds. I don't even know how he keeps track of the blur of colors on screen. I feel like it's going to give me a seizure if I look too hard. So you two are going together and smooching. It's a little forward. Powerful crushing attempt. Force attempts to pulverize my fingers into mulch. Oh my god, Damien. You can't just start a conversation like that. Livia's hand relents and leaves my palm feeling tender. Relax, I'm joking, sorta. Your arm's around your shoulder and all. When did that get there? Go to remove it, but Olivia holds on tight. Yeah, well, you plan on going to the winter formal with Liz? Hell yeah, why wouldn't I? That was a false answer. He shrugs. Yeah, well, the formal, I don't, I mean, I'm still stuck at home, you know? Crap, yeah, you know when you'll be getting a replacement chair? Could be a week, could be longer. The mail system around here is annoying. But didn't they have, like, a spare one at the hospital or anywhere? I don't know. Jeez. Hey, I'll come visit every day after school. Aw, thanks. Still, that's at least a week of her not stepping foot outside. Damien was only half joking about us going to the winter formal, and that's definitely a good idea. Actually, I turn to Olivia and give her my undivided attention. Yes? Well, I was thinking. You and me and all. My head tilts in confusion. Yes? A frustrated growl emanates from her clenched maw. You, me, somewhere together. What? As her annoyance grows visibly on her face, I can't help but shy away. I fear she's going to snap. Whoa. My back hits the rug on the floor roughly as Olivia hovers over me on her hands and knees. Okay. In front of Damien. Wow, she really is free-spirited, isn't she? Olivia? You, me, together, go somewhere. Wait, what does she mean? A date? Yes. Oh. I've never been on a date. I have. Anyway. And I only know what I've seen in movies and shows and stuff. Well, movies are not a good place to go on a first date, though. I know that. Because, you know, you're supposed to be getting to know the other person instead of just shutting up and watching a movie. So, Fritz, you know, I really wanted to get to know you, but shut up. I'm watching the scene. You do not understand the artistry of Christopher Nolan here. We are a couple now, and so this will be a regular thing. Right? Yeah, sure, a date sounds good. Her tail waves happily behind her, and her annoyed face finally melts away into smug satisfaction. So, where do you want to go, then? Oh, I've got some ideas. Okay. You'll definitely love them. Of course. I promise it won't be anything crazy expensive. I don't mind, Olivia. I'm rich. Great. Perfect. She lowers herself onto me, wrapping her arms around me in a powerful hug that threatens my lungs and spine. I'll do my best to return the hug, but at best it comes as me kind of petting her back with both hands. Damien is just trying not to stare. It seems to be enough, though, as I feel the rumbling purr she emits. Yep. Ahem. Shut up. We're having a moment, Damien. Yeah, a moment in the living room, you freak. Shouldn't you have it on your actual date? No, I'm making up for lost time. What? Nothing. You shut up, too. Okay. I'm too busy enjoying the feeling of her purring on top of me anyways. Ellipses. Rest of our day was spent in that living room, crowded around the old TV. First, Olivia kept playing a few games, but after a while, she swapped it over to a comedy channel on cable. Oh no. It's pretty fun to relax a while, take our minds off things, and chuckle every now and then at some dickhead getting pranked in public. When the sun began to set, though, I decided I should head home. I needed a shower and a change of clothes, and both of Damien's parents were still out. It felt bad when I left Damien's place that night. Or rather, I felt bad looking at Olivia as I walked away from his house. It only grew worse as I went from the metro to my quiet neighborhood and ultimately to our empty home. Seeing the small pile of letters at the front door made me realize what that feeling was. Loneliness. Maybe I should have just waited to ask the Paynes if I could have spent the entire weekend. If I did that, would I be overstaying my welcome? I don't want to abuse their hospitality after all. Alright, so this is our room. We are rich. I think I've seen this before, but what are these posters? Okay, the topmost one looks like... That looks like the Batman poster, because it's got like the shadowy figure and like the burning thing above him. Then it looks like something in the water and like with a sword in it. And some guy with glow. Is that supposed to like be Avengers? Is that Tony Stark? If he's a Marvel fan, I'm gonna be really pissed. Livy, you're too good for him. It's 3:30, it seems. This is a very spacious and extremely clean room for a teenage boy. Also, where's his computer? Like, it has the monitor, it has the keyboard and mouse under it. Where's the actual PC? Is it like on behind the chair, like in where that shelf should be? And where are all the wires and outlets? This sucks. This art is terrible. I could do better than that. Ping. Withdrawing my phone from my pocket, I see that Olivia just sent me a new doodle. It was nice having you over. Despite the coldness in the house, Olivia's message brings some warmth to my heart. I had fun. Hopefully I can come over again soon. Still, oh, that's a cool little detail. We dropped our phone earlier. I think in the last stream we did, and he dropped his phone and it cracked. Still figuring out where we can go for our date. Take your time. We have at least a week. Kicking my door closed, I head for my computer so I can continue talking to her online. Occasionally, I search online for any forum or blog updates while she's gushing over her favorite anime. I lose track of how much time we spend instant messaging and sharing videos, but by the time I check my computer's clock, I realize it's past midnight. Shoot, I'm going to be exhausted tomorrow. Totally worth it. The next few days went by without much fanfare. By the time I knew it, the weekend had already passed and I was back to my usual weekday routine. Go to school, do the work, hang out with Olivia, and then head back home. As much as I felt compelled to check on her after school, I didn't want to become intrusive. Besides, Olivia and I still talked over text and online anyway, and I had just decided I was starting to get sick of her. And she said she was getting by just fine. Once Friday finally comes around, though, I find myself lounging on the Payne's couch with Olivia. Initially, she had called me over to show off her new wheelchair. And who was I to say no? Whoa. Watching her do donuts in the living room till she was exhausted was certainly entertaining and a good demonstration of how nice the new chair was. I wonder, is it a new... Yeah, I think the wheels look different on that one. Okay, I'm gonna get dizzy watching this. But now it sat abandoned in the middle of the room while Olivia sprawled across the rest of the couch with her head laid out across my lap. My hand runs across her back, eliciting more of those sweet gator purrs of hers. Though the relaxing mood ends when the purrs stop and she speaks up. I've been thinking of our dating, Go. Oh? Do tell. The annual Volcaldera Modernist Expressionist Art Showcase. I've only been there a few times with Yodikin on school trips. I figured we could check it out. Modernist Expressionist sounds degenerate. Can't even envision what style they would like, that style would be like. And that certainly does sound experimental. I know, I can't wait to see what new ways people have to express their ideas. I love to see it if I could meld it into my own work. Don't do it! Stick with the classics. Her thirst for artistic knowledge is certainly commendable. Yeah, sure, that sounds like fun. Perfect, trust me, Inko, it'll be a great experience for both of us. I'm excited to see it. For the rest of the afternoon, Olivia shows off more of her video game collection. She even convinced me to play a few rounds of her favorite party games, Mario Party. I still suck pretty bad at all of this, but it was fun. The same 4 people are on the exact same metro station, metro stanzi. Olivia started sending me restless texts after midnight. Honestly, I was pretty excited too, so I stayed up with her after a while. She sent excited ideas and doodles about her plans for the day, and then became increasingly unhinged and wobbly until I had to convince her to go to bed. Man, she's so cute. Anyway, it's only about 10 in the morning. I'm left sorting through a dozen or so reminder texts from Olivia, like she's afraid I'll forget. I realize too late that I don't have much time to get ready, so I skip breakfast, get dressed, and head out the door. Apparently, Olivia studied the metro schedule, so she'll be in the same cabin that comes to pick me up. It's a pretty nice day out, especially for a trip to the city. Despite the sun shining and blue skies, the air is brisk enough for a light jacket. Hopefully, the showcase is heated well. Before long, the metro comes sliding into the station and reaches a halt. Inko, over here. Olivia waves me over to after we spot each other. Hey, Olivia. Inko, did you get my text? Yes, all 50 of them. You already know. She's getting a bit obsessive and clingy. She starts off as the tsundere, and she's gonna be the yandere now. Like, what twists and turns, what tapestry of insanity this visual novel has weaved for us. You already know which stop we're getting off at. I have it memorized. I scouted out the whole place online. It's not far from South Volcaldera Central. I'm gonna make Volcaldera the next time I play City Skylines. Heck yeah. Anything in particular you're looking forward to seeing? Yeah. It said this place has a whole section dedicated to expressionism. You ever hear expressionist music? They tried it. It was after like Impressionism and things like Claude Debussy in the late 1800s. That was like, and yeah, Arnold Schoenberg. His quote-unquote classical quote-unquote music is awful. It's terrible. Things didn't really get better until you had somebody like Sergei Prokofiev. And of course, is Philip Glass still alive? I want to know that. Hey, still alive. He is 88 years old. Uh-huh. You don't know what that means, do you? Nope, I just click pretty pictures with my magic expensive talent box. Heh. Alright. I'll tell you the absolute basics. The art genres for dummy, goofy, silly little babies. Little silly billies. Chat were her silly billy. We're in. That's your worst one yet. Hush. Olivia smiles to herself, gathering her thoughts. Modernism tends to be more abstract, so you're going to see a lot of attempts at high-concept stuff. Some of it is going to completely miss the mark because it's all degenerate crap. So don't think too hard about the meaning. If you don't get the gist of it in less than a minute, chances are it's just pretentious based. Right, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so Expressionism as an art form is focused on evoking specific emotions or feelings in the viewer. It's kind of what all art is, though. As a predominantly post-war style, it really strives to capture the visual elements of disassociation, fear, and even death. Next thing I remember is being pulled by the hand off the train. Make more Art Deco and Art Nouveau stuff. Alright, we're close. I'm so excited. Thank you for going with me. Huh, yeah, no problem. Come on, we got all day and I'm not wasting a second of it. Olivia dragged me out of the metro down the custom-paved walkway. This part of town sure is different. It's just on the outskirts. This is the same place where we're going to go to the giant restaurant in the sky. It's just on the outskirts of the downtown area with skyscrapers looming overhead mere blocks away. Very city-like, but also very lush with plants and landscaping. Sorry. Just close enough to the business that the wealth is shared, but not enough that it's invaded by regulated concrete offices. There's more suburbs nearby as well. The place we're going to may as well be a city center with how close it is to normal life. It's a standard of living I could certainly get used to. The McMansion we live in is fine, but this sort of thing really appeals to me. I'm imagining starting a family here. Ooh. Inko. Oops, did you say something? We're almost here. Look. Olivia jabs her finger ahead of us, or at a building ahead of us on the walkway. Surrounded by a wide open field that stands a vaguely modernist-looking building. The structure and overall design makes it seem like the building itself is a part of the exhibit, while also not being too intrusive with the surrounding architecture. And the door doesn't budge. Huh? Olivia impatiently tries pulling the door open again. Trying to jerk it open, it clunks uselessly. What the fuck? Olivia, the sign. It opens at 10. My phone says it's only 9:30. But she's interrupted by a low rumbling noise and a dusting of red blooms her cheeks. Olivia, did you just wake up and rush to the metro without breakfast? Yeah. Well, I can't blame you. I was excited and forgot to eat as well. Sorry. Don't be sorry. There's a local cafe. You know what cafe is in Russian, chat? Cafe. There's a local cafe just across the street. I gesture at it. Come on, let's get out of the cold. Okay. Olivia was doing a good job of ignoring the chills, but she gave a deep sigh of relief once we entered the warm cafe. 1 second, chat. Here's our pleasant cafe music. We order a breakfast with hot chocolate and take a seat near the window. Olivia takes her first warm sip and melts into her chair. For a while, we just rest quietly. I think Olivia would be the type of girl that would wear a beret. I don't know how I feel about that. She looks back to the gallery building. One other reason I wanted to go here. I need to give a speech at the formal. For Yodikin. Something that'd make him proud. Something that'd do him justice. Oh. I heard some of his earlier work ended up here. I wanted to see it. It's a very thoughtful idea, Olivia. Do you really think it's here? It better be. It better be. Olivia blows into her hot chocolate, and then takes a deep, careful sip. With the early morning lighting and the building in the back, it sets a delicately somber mood. The young lady taking a moment to herself from the elements outside. No, not letting this chance escape me. Hey, stay still a second. Do that again. I want to save this. The red creeps back across her cheeks. The coloring only enhances the potential shot before me. I lift my camera and carefully back away from Olivia, surveying the shot from all angles. Will you hurry up? Shh, just go back to the hot cocoa, Olivia. It's weird, Inko. You're being weird. Though she said that, Olivia does return to savoring the warm drink slowly. It's as her lips finally touch against the cup that the shot is perfect. My camera clicks in rapid succession, capturing the entire moment of her delicate sip. Even her soft sigh after, and the scarlet on her cheeks growing more and more, and... Inko? Sorry, Liv got the shot. Returning to the table, I turned the display toward her way so she could see the best of the 15 shots. Aww. Her face practically explodes with embarrassment as she draws her hoodie up to hide it. You look great, Olivia. Shot it! Do you really think so? Absolutely. You're more photogenic than you think, Olivia. With an annoyed huff, she pulls her hoodie back. You suck at compliments, Inko. Even as she said that, her smile speaks even louder. Olivia looks back out again. Is that... Oh yes, people are going in. Come on, let's fucking go. I nod and put my things away. Olivia's already out the door while I throw our trash out. Alright, for real this time. Art gallery, here we come. The door swings wide open this time, granting us access to the treasures within. The walls are completely blank. Upon entering the halls, it feels as though we're transported into a new world. One I've experienced before, the Nouveau Riche world. My footsteps and the quiet creaking of Olivia's wheelchair echo through the halls. There's already a few others, some older folks and college students. We're definitely the youngest people here. Olivia waves me to come close and speaks in a quiet voice. Alright, they got sculptures over that way, and those are cool, but what I'm looking for is the regular painting halls, which should be... She looks around for a bit and jams a finger down the corridor. That away. Got it. I wheel her down the direction she picked and into a large room. It's definitely what she was looking for. Paintings adorn the walls, no they don't. Evenly spaced art and displayed with all the relevant information. If Yodikin's work is anywhere, it'll be here. We start searching and man, this building is beautiful. They just flipped this for the other hallway. The background image. I end up taking lots of shots. Olivia was made a bit nervous, and it made it very clear if I used the flash even once, she'd nibble off my arm. I'm taking shots of Olivia, looking around the building itself, the occasional sculpture or painting I find neat. This is really fun. I have a question. How do they, like, get a proper scan of a painting? That, like, you know, because, like, if you want a picture of the Mona Lisa, right? Like, they have, like, really good scans of it. How do they get it perfectly so it doesn't look like they just took a photograph of it? I'm curious. Yeah, I'm sure they can just do it with lighting, so it doesn't look obvious that it was, just a photo of it. Anyways, we definitely got to make this a recurring thing. At some points, Olivia stops and talks with one of the other visitors. She's actually hitting it off pretty good, introducing herself. She even gets to make a couple connections to local artists. And a few even give her a business card. Didn't know artists use those. And the art itself, some of the paintings are beautiful landscapes. I don't know where you are, bro, but all I'm seeing are these blank hallways. Some more abstract, might be that modernism thing Olivia bum-rushed me with on the way here. Some, though, are just trash. Overly pretentious, just warped, ugly figures or meaningless arrangements of colors. Ugh, I can do better than this. Olivia stares a bit at some of them. Don't know what for. As far as I know, a lot of this stuff is just used as money laundering. We search on and on, but none of the paintings we see are by Yodikin. Even after an hour, and even after splitting up to check some of the smaller rooms, we find nothing. Eventually, we take a break in the main hall. Even the benches here are sleek. So far, all the modern art stuff have been... to be honest, they felt like absurd jokes. Between the very questionably shaped statues to just objects glued onto hanging canvases. It's all just bizarre to me. So no luck? Nope. It's rotating. It's a rotating image. We watch as a small group bickering before a stone relief of a turlet that's made out of solid gold. A very nice turlet, but still. My foot jostles Olivia's empty chair before us, which we've used as a makeshift table for all our stuff. Say Inko. There's a glint of mischief in her silver eyes. She motions me close and whispers her idea into my ear. We're gonna piss in it? Feel my own mischievous grin start to form. With a nod of agreement, my hands reach for the handlebars of Olivia's chair. 10 minutes later, must be a statement against modern industrial pharmaceutical companies. No. Clearly a display of the isolation of the average artist today. Our makeshift hand puppets drop as we left, watching a pair of suit-wearing 30-somethings debate over my camera sat in Olivia's wheelchair on the other side of the room. We're sat together, leaning heavily on each other as we eagerly keep an eye on our own little artistic display. Let me just check something here. On one end of the hall, us, just a pretty normal, unassuming couple, taking a breather and enjoying each other's company. On the other end is, in front of a blank section of wall, the lone wheelchair sits with a camera carefully placed in its seat. It was Olivia's idea. She's a genius. Every few minutes, a patron will come waltzing down the hall and take pause to stare at it, like it's the most profound thing they've ever seen. When some journalist-looking guy took a knee to get a picture, it took all we had not to burst into laughter. It worked on everyone that passed by. Without fail. Every time. Eventually, the flow of people slows down, and I feel Olivia squeeze my hand. You okay? Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. Sorry we haven't found what you were looking for yet. It's fine. I'm still seeing a lot of neat stuff. It does kind of suck it's probably not here, though. Yeah, I hear ya. You got some new buddies, I saw. Yeah, we're not the only artists here right now. One of them was here to check on her work, since it was... recently displayed. Wow. There's a lot of great stuff here. Nice, I'm glad. I really liked the... What the hell is this? Where's her mouth? Is she an abstract work of art? Oh, what do we have here? It's an older woman who called out to us, approaching with a serpentine look in her eye. Is she a sneck? No, she's not a sneck. From her elegant sequin dress to her bright golden heels that click with each step, I can only guess she's an important figure here. Wait, ma'am, would you be... Olivia's excited words are cut off by the well-dressed woman, now standing right before us, sporting a simple smile. Yes, Elena Scarborough. I own and operate this gallery. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Scarborough. The rehearsed words come out so easily, all those garden parties I'd attended, having helped me learn the proper etiquette. I like the fact that Inko comes from money. Because so often these types of characters in this are just like dirt poor or middle class. It's cool to see somebody coming from, you know, someone that's an actual person, not a disgusting, not someone from the filthy masses of the poor. Oh, I didn't read this. The rehearsed words come out so easily, all the having helped me learn the proper etiquette. I'm Incognito, first of the dead, and she's Olivia of House Halford. You two are awfully young. Are you two on a date? Yes, ma'am. Olivia blushes a bit at how confidently I say it. Why here of all places? What piqued your curiosity, if I may ask? I'm working towards becoming a photographer myself, and today was all Olivia's idea. Ah, I can see that DSLR you have certainly brings back some memories. Olivia straightens her posture with confidence. I'm an aspiring artist, Miss Scarborough. Please, Elena is just fine. Right, Elena, I wanted to learn more about the current art world. And there's a particular art piece I'd like to see here. Elena nods. Is there anything here by a Trent Yadikin? Yadikin. That's definitely a unique name, one I haven't heard in a long time. One I couldn't possibly forget. You mean... Yes, I'm certain we have some work from him still around. Would you like me to lead the way? Yes, please. I believe it's a bit far on the other end of the facility. I can see how it'd be easy to miss, but it's a bit hidden away from in one of the smaller rooms. Come. She stops mid-turn. Huh? Oh, I don't remember that being installed. Interesting. Snurk. Hey. Oh, well, aren't you two rambunctious? Well played. Sorry, Elena. Don't be sorry. Being little rascals is what a lot of art is all about. Okay, I'm not gonna ever do that again. Come, it's this way. I start pushing Olivia, following the gallery owner. Olivia motions me to come close and whispers in my ear. I like her. She's fun, yeah. Elena rounds a corner and clears her throat again. So, Olivia... Yes, ma'am? You say you're looking to be a better artist. Do you mean professionally? Yes, actually. That's wonderful. I'd love to see your work sometime. If it's good enough, we can even feature it here someday. Really? Oh yes, this place is a great way for our local artists to be supported. Why is that? The building in my business is a non-profit, yes, but artists can choose to display their work for commercial purposes. A substantial amount here is for sale, and all the money goes to the artists. A substantial amount. Maybe Olivia would appreciate some memorabilia for today. Wow, that's amazing. I'm definitely interested. Great. I didn't even know there was a place like this. Do you know of the other advantages that could work for you then? Advantages? No, I don't. The gallery owner takes out a small tablet, tapping lightly on the display until she presents a digital flyer to Olivia. This is actually a much better way of... This is going to be better... Making connections like this is actually really good for getting a career in something like this. Having a connection to like a gallery owner is like infinitely more useful than going to art school or college. Yes, there are several organizations that support disabled art. Oh, fuck. Olivia's not gonna like that. She doesn't want to be treated special. From simple connections to running their own exclusive events. If you want, I could pass your name around to some of the busybodies that tend to show up and poach up the coming artists. I can't help but cock an eyebrow at her tone or how she used the word poach. Olivia must have thought similarly as she shook her head. No thank you. I need to be an artist that's good enough on my own. And I need to be an artist that Yadikin would be proud of. Without any crutches, I'd be a terrible student if I did. Oh, you knew Yadikin, I should have figured. How is he doing these days? Oh, Yadikin's passed away. Oh, I'm so sorry. My condolences. Was he important to you? What do you think? Olivia was a student. I understand. I only knew him decades ago. His work was superb. I didn't know he had an apprentice. Oh, are you his apprentice? Miss Elena, a moment, please. Abraham, I'm clear in the middle of... What is it? The shipment is here. They need you to sign right away. Oh, of all the time. I'm so sorry, this will only take a moment. Yes, Elena. She points down a room and into a room next to us. It's right in there. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be right back, I promise. You good? Yeah, let's go see. I agree that there really shouldn't have a thing... Resources for artists that maybe have a disability, something like that is fine, but the art should still be able to stand on their own, you know? Like, I get completely where Olivia's coming from. The idea of, I don't want to be known as, oh, she's a good artist, despite being in a wheelchair, so that makes us have to like it more, as opposed to, I just want my art to be appreciated for what it is on its own. Yeah, let's go see it. We enter the small display room. The lights are kept intentionally dimmer in this room to create a calmer atmosphere. All along the walls are more paintings, and there's a lone bench at the center of the room. Which one is Yadikin's? Maybe there's more than one. What the fuck is that? That's terrifying. Okay. My aunt and uncle on my dad's side, I have an aunt and uncle on my dad's side that are very kind of artistically minded theater nerds. I remember like about 15, 20 years ago, man, it's a long time, they were visiting and they took us to like, not the main art gallery in where I live, but they're like a more independent one, a smaller one. And sometimes I have to think it was just a nightmare. But there was one painting there that scared me so badly as a kid. I was like 10 or 11 or something. and I just found it so scary that it just kind of blocked. I don't remember what it looks like. May have been like just some sort of horrifying monster face, or maybe that's just my. But I remember just like disaffected me so much that I just like. It's like my mind just blotted it out, like it doesn't exist. These paintings look like what the hell is this? Was he in? He was insane. Here it is. I caught up to her. The name on the painting is unmistakable. Trent Yadikin, age 19, alma mater, St. Hammond High School. And the painting itself? An elaborate depiction of a dino, twisted and warped stylistically. I can't tell if it's mocking or what. And it's part of a set. There's a half dozen of its type on the walls here. Huh. It's the real thing. Wow. They're amazing. But what is it? Didn't I tell you on the way over? Yadikin's early work was expressionist portraits. He made these when he was just a year older than I am now. Some of these... She's an adult. That's good. Some of these are historical figures, some are just people he knew personally. Few are just everyman. They're made in a very special way. The portraits show the person distorted in unique ways based on that person's life and Yadikin's opinions of them. So kind of like Chris Chan in his comics. Uh-huh. Are they in praise of the people depicted or critical? People would get into arguments over that. If they were satirical caricatures without too much effort put into them, or if these were praise, showing people's lives as truly a part of them, though through the brilliant brushwork. But he never said. I wonder why. If you ask me, I think it's both. It's not about how good or bad he wanted to depict people. It's brutal sincerity, the urge to embrace your flaws and strengths together. People either disregarded one or the other based on their interpretations. It's like he recited the proverbial half glass of water. Amazing, right? I think. Honestly, to me, it just sort of looks like ironically ugly distortions of characters painted in a very skilled way. I like your interpretation. It's really deep. Don't patronize her like that. Thanks. In all honesty, I don't understand what the purpose of these paintings are. Swirling some colors around a person's head doesn't do much to express their personality. I wonder what people would say about Olivia's paintings if they were hung up here. Will she ever get that chance? It's a lot harder to get into the mainstream nowadays than it was when Yadikin was her age. Speaking of, what are you talking about? There's like a million Twitter artists. Why did you reject Elena's offer earlier? I said already, I want to be a good enough artist without all that stuff. If I'm Yadikin's legacy, I need to live up to his accomplishments. Yadikin didn't need any benefits to get where he was, and so I shouldn't either. Are you sure? Olivia cocks an eyebrow. It's just a kickstart to your career. It's a safety net. It's a guarantee you're crashing and burning here, Inko. Stop. Shut up. It's a guarantee that later you can live up to his skill. It's a better chance to even surpass his acclaim. But it's not one I want. Yadikin passed on what he knew to me. It's not right to take the easy way up. Besides, I don't want to be shoehorned into some niche category simply because I was born into it. And what of your own legacy, eventually? What happens if you just can't find another big break like that? You would be able to pass on what he taught you to someone else. Isn't that scary? It's terrifying. Her words shook as she said that. You make a good point, but Olivia's eyes look at Yadikin's name on the wall, which seems to fill her with courage. For now, I'll just think about it, alright? The loud clicking of heels causes Olivia and I to look toward the entrance of the room. Did you two find it? Oh, excellent. Yes, Alina, we found it. Ah, I just love this set. Who doesn't love a good bit of critical analysis? Did you get what you wanted? Yes, I think I did. I needed to see the real thing. Thanks, Elena. Of course. I'm glad to help. Is there anything else you needed? Actually, Elena. Is this set for sale? This set here? Now that I think about it, it was. Although the price is pretty high, I think he only wanted the money if it were really substantial. If you two know him, I could lower it to be something more reasonable. I think he would want that. I think it'd be nice to get at least one for Olivia. Inko? Huh? She tugs at my sleeve. No, please don't. They're right where they need to be. But you just said everyone else doesn't get it. Even so, I want it to stay here, where everyone can see it. I can never keep it to myself, like it's some kind of personal keepsake. Please, Inko, don't. Okay. Sorry, I just thought you'd appreciate it. Thanks for thinking of me, but no. Okay. I take Olivia's hand, her tense claws slowly receding. How much longer will these stay up? Oh, indefinitely, probably. People really do like the work, they just can't afford it. Because they're filthy, filthy poor. I suppose if someone does buy it, now his next of kin would get the money. I should contact them and make sure that sort of thing is arranged, just in case. Sorry for getting emotional right there. No, not at all. I think that mindset is very noble of you. I have other things to attend to, if you'll excuse me. Thank you for your visit. Please let me know if there's anything else you need. As the owner starts walking away, Olivia squeezes my hand within her silver eyes. So I guess they finally did settle on what color her eyes are. It's silver. Good. Fine. Gray eyes. Good. I can see Olivia's thoughts at war with one another. Elena? She stops and turns again. Yes? You asked before if I was Liatikin's apprentice. Oh yes, and then I got cut off. My bad. Are you? I am. Aww, she just... A little bit of more character growth. I like it. Lena gives a warm smile. And then I expect big things from you. Well, Olivia and I shouldn't buy Yadikin's pieces. I could still give something to Olivia. Taking up my camera, I adjust the ISO and f-stop so I wouldn't need to use my flash within the room. Inko, this'll just take a moment. It's a simple matter. The paintings are being the sole subject of the photos I take. I don't even have to manually focus on them. My camera clicks near silently as I pace the room, capturing the perfect duplicate of each of our teacher's works. When we finish here, I'll be sure to print and frame them for Olivia. But for now, I should focus on our date. I stroll back to Olivia and hand her my camera so that she can inspect the shots herself. She smiles as she looks over them, and I take hold of her chair. Say, I want to go snag some of the little sandwiches they had at the front. Want to go snag some of the sandwiches they had at the front? Sure, you drive. We nod as with a nod we exit the room and start heading back to the main hall of the gallery. Inko. Olivia's head tilts back so she can look me in the eye. Sorry if this wasn't the ideal date. What? No, I'm enjoying it, Olivia. You sure? Absolutely. In fact, I want to see more galleries like this. Just the two of us, critiquing fascinating new pieces, giving our honest thoughts, snapping photos of the best ones. I could definitely picture us going on more dates like this. However, there's also another date I have in mind, Olivia. Yeah? About the winter formal. Yeah? Do you still want to go with me? Aww. She's adorable. I nearly stumble over her now wagging tail. Hell no! Oh, of course! We are going together. We are going together. Yes, I know, but I mean... Yes, Inko, I want to go with you. Her eager words send a wave of easiness through my mind and body, relieving tension I hadn't even noticed. So it's a date? It's a date. A smile tugs at her face as she reaches out for my hand. I take hers and we continue our walk to the exit. On the metro ride back, Olivia leans against my shoulder. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. I like the way this looks right now. There we go. Her eyes follow landmarks out the window on the other side of the car as we pass them by. Despite the loud humming of the tracks, I feel Olivia humming to herself. So what you thinking? Trying to put my thoughts together. What am I going to say for Yadikin's memorial? I definitely have all the pieces I need, just having a hard time stringing them together. How so? Dunno. This needs to be something that will really do him justice. I need a solid direction. We pass under a few bridges while the thought sits. What do you think? A direction? She nods. In that case, I think I have a few ideas. What I saw today? I saw a lot of you. And how Yadikin affected you. How his teachings shaped who you are now. The story is amazing. I know everyone else will love it as much as I do. That's your angle. Olivia doesn't respond, but I feel her humming to herself again. Maybe. That is a good point. What if people don't get it, though? I'm unsure. Still. No, the more I think about it, the more I think that needs to be the big thing. After all, who is closer to him than you? Even you say you're his apprentice. Doesn't that mean you're the end result of his life's work? Let his work live on through you. I'm sure he'd love that. She smiles to herself. Yeah, I think you're right. Thanks. This really helped. Glad to be of service. The rest of the ride goes quieter, just us enjoying each other's company. I try to escort Olivia back home when the time comes, but she insists she can get there on her own. She offers me one last hug before we part for the day. As the metro races towards my stop, I think about the future. Olivia and I are going to the winter formal together, and I'll need a good outfit and a bouquet if I want to impress her. I wonder what kind of dress she'll want to wear. It might be hard since she's disabled. Thanks for pointing that out, buddy, but maybe I can look into it and give her some suggestions. Don't do that. Actually, I don't know if that's a bad idea. What do I know? It's December. Winter in Volcaldera Bluffs is officially here. And as if to celebrate the occasion, tonight is St. Hammond's Winter Formal. Oh, we might actually be almost done. Thank God, we're almost finished with this VN. Whenever I remember the event coming up, I just force it out of my mind. Whole thing has me pretty anxious. It's like a date, but on a whole new level, like there's some formality to it. I better not mess this up. Don't cock it up now, buddy. Anyway, I find myself with a new difficulty in my life. Over and under and around the under and tug and ack. I reel and loosen the lethal neckwear from my collar, tossing the devilish cloth on the floor in frustration. Scanning over the step-by-step instructions once more, I try to find where I went wrong in my latest attempt. I consider going tieless, but damn it, verdammt, that brings the whole outfit together. And I want to look good for Olivia because she'd be doing the same. Picking the slim fabric back up, I notice just how badly wrinkled and ugly it is. Time is running out, sadly. We still had class today, after all. Forget it. I have another shirt that works without the tie and still looks good. Dumping the fashionable noose in my hamper and swapping outfit, my thoughts travel freely. Everyone in the school was so excited before the formal. Though Olivia, she looked excited too, but there was something just beneath the surface. Anxiety, probably, for Mr. Yodkin's vigil. Only Olivia and Ben and I seemed to remember that, the rest of the school having moved on by now. Ben had kept pestering Olivia about her speech, insisting to know what she'd say. The only thing that kept me from pushing the stucco away was the fact that Mia would still give me the evil eye from the distance. Weren't we supposed to, like, you know, help clean up the hallway one Saturday? Did we just kind of forget about that? Maybe it happened in, wait, what? In her janitor outfit? Ha. She deserves worse, but at least she's out of our hair. A check of the time says I don't have any time to try again. Alright, that's pretty cool. Tossing on the piece de resistance, the coat, I exit my room and head down my foyer. Tonight's gonna be the best night ever. Probably. Definitely. I'll make it the best night ever for the both of us. I head through the foyer towards my front door and wait. Dad's home? We have a dad? Still dressed in his work uniform, hunched over the bar with a half-filled glass. He hasn't noticed me. Well, not that it matters. As I open the front door, I hear a low grumble from behind me. Back by midnight. He's gonna be a cowboy. Without looking back, I head out. The chill that washes over me is deflected by my formal wear. I can only imagine how hot this outfit would be in the summer. Then again, I did wear a jacket constantly for the first month of school. Speaking of, I can't decide whether or not I want to keep the sunglasses. Keep the sunglasses, say Inko. With my outfit, it's hard enough to see outside as it is. Somehow, though, it feels wrong to take them off. Hoping not to waste any more time, I begin the walk to the metro. I really don't want to be late, especially not for my waifu. These people just live on the bus stop. They're just... Sorry, but they're subway people. Or, as it looks like, elevated monorail or metro people. Elevated monorails are so cool. I know why you can't really have them everywhere in a city, but I think they are very aesthetic. It's the same ride I've taken countless times this year, but this time it has a sense of finality to it. The rocking motions of the cabin are both calming and nauseating at the same time, and I find myself teetering between positivity and negativity. If there's one need I need to go well, it's tonight. No dodgeballs to the face. No harassment from anybody. I have to take a break. I will be right back. I have to get something packaged. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I hope you can still hear me. I pray that Yadikin's eulogy goes smoothly. Ellipses. I find comfort in the routine walk from the metro to the Payne residence. As I stand outside the house, I realize I forgot to bring any flowers. But this isn't prom yet, so 1 second again. Alright, sorry about that. So I think that's okay. It's December, and that means festivities. The house is adorned with a row of colorful Christmas lights. Guess who had to put those up too? It's worth it to see Olivia and Vinny smile like that, but man, at this rate, I'm going to get jacked from doing these chores for them. After a quick knock at the front door, I wait patiently for an answer. I hear some voices on the other side, something about being too cold, I think. It's pretty funny the first time, but they do this every time I swing by. I didn't think the weather bothered them that much. A moment later, Damien swings the door open. Okay, he looks dapper. Hey, you're looking snazzy. Thanks, this is all new stuff. I think Olivia will like it. Probably, but she'd probably just be excited to see you wearing any old suit. Well, it's the effort that counts, right? Yeah, like, I wanted to wear a t-shirt that looked just like the real thing, so I could be cozier and not have to deal with the ties and any other annoying stuff. Like one of those t-shirts that looks like a tuxedo. Anybody who wears that should basically be tried for war crimes. But Mom threatened to beat the snot out of me if I did for some reason. Thought I'd get away with doing it anyway, but then Liz threatened the same thing. Girls, right? Anyway, come on in. It's fucking freezing out here. He slams the door behind me when I step in. The inside is also decorated for the holidays. Sophia must have spent hours decorating, as the living room is a tapestry of Christmas spirit. It even suffuses the air with the internal heating mixing with the sense of sweets baked with cinnamon. I'll have to ask her later to take pictures of this beautiful holiday scene within the living room. Liz and the Paynes. Oh, okay. Where was she hiding those? Liz and the Paynes are all sitting in the living room. Hey guys. Inko, is it true you ordered a... Shush, I think it's supposed to be a surprise for her. Oh. Thanks again. Though it's crazy getting one of those. Oh boy, what do we get her? Yeah, Olivia's gonna love it. I really feel like we should have pitched in more, though. Don't worry about it, it's my idea. Alright. Nice suit, by the way. Why, thank you. Damien nonchalantly takes the seat on the couch next to Liz and wraps an arm around her like it's no big deal. Yape! Damien looks at me and flickers his eyebrows. He knows what he's got. What a player. I should try that with Olivia. Mrs. Payne can't hide her excitement any longer. Aw, that's precious. My little boy's all grown up now. Mom! Now, Damien, it's your parents' God-given right to tease you. One day you'll be doing the same to your kids. But you guys better not be like this all night. Where's Vinny when I need him? Vinny's with his karate team. They're having a big sleepover. Not risking our little rascal messing up anyone's outfits before their big night. Oh, Lord. Oh. The idea of acid on my evening gown, I just die. Damien sniffles dramatically. Oh, stop it! So, don't worry, Olivia's just getting ready. She's worked on her dress the whole week for it to look perfect. Worked on it? You mean she made it herself? More like she helped me in making it for her, even added her own personal flair to it. A homemade dress? Oh wow, and if Olivia helped, she's going to look amazing. Oh, Inko, I see that look. My face ignites in embarrassment as the rest of the room laughs at me. Ah, it's just some ribbing, Inko. Don't want you feeling left out after all. Gee, thanks, Randy. There's more laughter, but I can't stay angry at the pains. Instead, I take the last spot on the couch and lean back, mindful not to crease my suit too much. For the next couple of minutes, we simply wait and relax. Well, Damien and I relax. A blush is slowly spreading from Liz's cheeks down her neck. Kinda reminds me of a thermometer. Damien shuffles closer to her, her red face drawn closer to him. He whispers something into her ear. And whatever he said that makes the Lizmometer hit 1,000 degrees with an alerted yelp. His parents are just grinning as she squirms under their gaze. Yeah, she's lucky that they're not at her parents' house. I don't know if their parents are strict, but it's like, okay, the girl is now at the guy's parents' house rather than the guy at the girl's parents, where they're probably going to be watching him like a hawk. Don't feel too bad for her, though. This is what she wants, I think. Still, what the heck did Damien tell her? No, scratch that. Is Damien even doing this on purpose? Why are we staring at the red garden hose? What are we gonna see, chat? I turn to Olivia's voice and... Aw, she looks nice. Oh. Wow. She is very well endowed, it is, indeed. Oh, I knew you'd look amazing, Olivia, but to go so far... Okay, she said she helped work... I mean, it's a nice dress, but, like, you know, it's a simple, plain white dress. A hand slaps my back hard enough to make me stand by and yelp. Randy grins unapologetically and then motions me towards Olivia. Olivia, you look... So many words fill my mind to describe her. I can feel my mouth flapping uselessly as I try to pick one. I look. Gulping in a breath of air, I finally pick... Beautiful. Aww. The single word is enough to make Olivia's blush reach as far as her shoulders. Yet she smiles, even twirling her chair side to side so I can take in all the angles of her dress. Sophia said you helped make it? More like she helped me. It is quite vibrant in color, something I've come to realize when it comes to any work Olivia does. So what are we waiting for? Traffic's gonna suck like hell. Shouldn't we be getting into Liz's car now? Oh, no. My lady, our carriage awaits. About that. Honk! What the... Hunk? That'll be our cue. Thank you again for having me, Sophia. Randy. My hands weren't preoccupied with rolling my confused date to the door. I would have waved back to Damien's parents. Damien holds the door open so Olivia's able to clearly see our ride for the night. Whoa, awesome! The pristine white limousine parked out front, idols waiting for us. Our chauffeur exits his seat and rounds the car to hold the door open for us. Mindful of him, I wheel Olivia as close to the entryway. The driver moves to assist Olivia, but I hold out my hand to stop him. I'll help her. Could you handle her chair? Of course, sir. He holds the chair in place. If I may? Yeah, I get it. Ooh, this looks nice. With all the care necessary, one arm snakes behind Olivia's knees and the other around her back. I lift Olivia from her chair in a princess carry, feeling my legs shaking as I take the final 2 steps. Olivia tucks her head against my neck, her hot breath making my skin tingle pleasantly. Finally, I set her down onto the soft leather seat within, right next to the tiny fridge and bar. Looking through the back window, the driver has finished securing her wheelchair in the trunk. He gives me a nod and returns back to the passenger door where Damien is guiding Liz in.
Oh wow, it looks even nicer than on the website. Hey Inky, the bar's free game, right?
I throw Damien a thumbs up.
All paid for. Inko, we didn't agree.
It's fine, Liz. I covered the extra costs.
Awesome.
Damien's already pulled 2 glass bottles of cola from the tiny fridge.
Psst.
That was with his tooth. He cracks open the second one with as minimal effort.
Phew.
He waves his bottle over to me, an offering. I decline. Leaning over, I manage to snag 2 bottles and the fancy bottle opener. All the bottles open, I hold mine for all to see. A toast before we get there.
To what, though?
Oh, crap, I didn't think of it ahead for this.
To a good night.
And to Yadikin's memory.
Yeah.
Our bottles clink loudly against each other and we proceed to drink our frothy, caffeinated beverages. By the time we reach the convention center, the fridge has been thoroughly emptied of its contents. We drank 15 bottles of soda in a few minutes. We all have to pee horribly. I'm honestly impressed that Damien could drink so much. Somehow he hasn't burped a single time. I don't even trap my head around how anymore. Olivia's hand wraps around mine while we wait for the limousine to come to a stop. Peering out of the tinted window, I see plenty of activity just outside the venue's doors. Looks like a line is already formed. All the dinosaurs are dressed in colorful formal wear as they socialize with each other and drink from suspiciously opaque bottles. They're not even in the door and the party's already started. Olivia suddenly wraps her hand around mine, drawing my attention away from the sight. Everyone else is going to be so jealous of us. That was the intention. I smile and squeeze Olivia's hand. She squeezes back. The shining moment finally comes as our limousine pulls into the open carport in front of the venue, quieting the room down to just murmurs. We wait in deafening silence for another minute or so before the passenger door opens wide. Taking initiative, I step out into the open as the driver sets up the wheelchair with a flourish. Our ride makes a great set piece and naturally draws the attention of everyone nearby as I ease Olivia into her chair gently. Whoa, is that? That's Inko and Olivia. A human dino couple? Cringe. I just saw a human man with a dino girl. The West has fallen. Billions must die. Holy Scheisse, it's Sisyphus. I bask in my peers' admiration as Damien and Liz follow after us. There's a figurative red carpet stretching from our limousine to the entrance of the venue. Have a good evening, sirs and ladies. Before the driver turns away, I shake his hand, palming him the necessary tip. The sound of the car door shuts behind me, and I take this as our cue to push Olivia forward to get us a spot in line. As we make our way inside, our Fellow classmates continue to vocalize their astonishment. Damn! Wait, coming to the party in style, Nito. Olivia, looking good, girl. You make that dress yourself? Is it just me, or do Inko and Olivia look kinda cute together? As much as I hate to admit it, what the hell am I saying? I'm loving this. After months of feeling regarded as the school's outcast, the spotlight's finally shining on me, and I'm reveling in it. It feels good knowing that Olivia was getting the attention she rightfully deserves. Me and my cadre slowly moved past the crowd with heads held high. We approach the sign-in table where more people in line look our way. Figures. Think we could cut them? Wait, why would Bia be allowed to? Let's go, Inko. Yeah! With a nod, I push Olivia around the line and head directly for the table. Looking back, Liz frowns, but Damien simply nods in understanding. My peers in line beside us, well, we were having a good time up until now. We casually roll up to the table where Ben is waiting in his dorky little green tie and a pink shirt. What a dork. Olivia, Inko, you made it. Hey. Ignoring Olivia's clipped tone, I smile back at Ben. Of course we did. In a limo, no less. What better way to start off the night? Ben moves a clipboard to Olivia and she quickly fills in her name. I lean over her shoulder and sign myself in too. Alright, you guys are good to go. What about Yadakin's memorial? I wasn't ever told when I'd be speaking. He hands over a slip of paper to Olivia. We'll be doing it at the end. We want everyone to enjoy their nights first. Figured he would have liked it that way anyway. Figured he would have liked it like that anyway. He would have liked it that way. Sorry. Looking at the sheet over Olivia's shoulder, I see it's a collection of bullet points related to Yadakin's eulogy. Olivia scowls and crumples the sheet into a tiny ball in between her palms. Olivia? I have a speech ready, Ben. Look, I know, it's just backup. Just in case, alright? Nothing can go wrong. Ugh! That's my favorite expression of hers. She tosses the balled up paper into her wheelchair compartment. Let's go, Inko. Right, see you inside, Ben. What you got there, Ben? Me. If anybody gets that reference, I'll be very, very impressed. Below her, her breath, Olivia mutters, hope not. Yeah, now she's definitely best girl. We move past the check-in, venturing deeper into the halls of the venue. Ahead of us, an open set of double doors leads to the main hall. Near the side, we enter several rows of neat round tables. The other half is reserved for the dance floor. On the far side, a large stage for live performances. Nobody seems particularly interested in the Christmas music that echoes from the well-mounted speakers. Oh, it's playing Jingle Bells. Now that we're here, I didn't think they'd take the winter part so literally. Drapes of white and light blue hang along the walls. All the table centerpieces look like crystalline statues shaped into snowflakes. Even the large chandelier hanging above the crowd seems to have drooping icicles dangling from it. Above us is a giant glass ceiling that opens into the night sky. There's too much light pollution to make out any constellations, but the moon is really pretty, with big glass ceiling. Glass is not a very good insulator. An image comes to mind immediately, lights dimming. Music slows to something soft, and the only real source of light is the moon hanging overhead. A true moonlit dance. I wonder if I can make it happen. It would be nice. This isn't the only room, of course. Off to the sides in several directions are doors that lead to other halls and rooms. Olivia's looking around at the other exits, too. Well, we made it. What do you want to do? I gesture towards the dance floor. Feel like getting jiggy with it? Olivia gives a wincing smile. Thought you were supposed to be cool. But dancing... I'm not gonna read that. No, I think I'd rather die. Besides, somewhere around here is a room they set up for Yatakin. Right, we should pay respects to him first before anything else. Alright. Olivia's tail guides my wrist as I push us towards one of the exits. The memorial room isn't hard to find. It's a smaller room, well lit, with little furniture. On the far end, a framed picture of Yatakin and some of his old pictures from his classroom. Some from him, some from his students. There's a few other students here paying their respects. Olivia taps my wrist with her tail, and I let go. I walk alongside her as we approach the portrait. I wonder when this was taken. It can't have been that long ago. It looks just like he did earlier this year. Olivia doesn't seem like she's ready just yet. I'll give her a bit of privacy. I wait outside the memorial room, leaning against the wall. I can see a bit into the main hall from here. The music swapped in from festive to proper upbeat dance music. In fact, I'm pretty sure I see... Yep, Liz's head towers over the rest of the students, spinning and bouncing rhythmically, just like a metal spring. I'm sure Damien's doing his best to keep up. They must be having a blast. I'm glad. Man, it's so surreal to even be here. I never thought I would have ended up with a date with someone at an event like this. Seen all sorts of stuff like it in movies, but to actually experience it gives me the jitters. One big night to make the sparks fly. Olivia touches my hand, using the other to wipe at her eyes. Hey, are you ready to go? She nods. Yeah, thanks for waiting. The music's changed in the ballroom. Olivia looks over and smiles. Tempting, very tempting, but I didn't actually eat lunch today. It's turning into a bad habit. I know, I spent all day writing, reading, rewriting, and rereading, and on and on. I getcha. Come on. I think I saw where they were serving food. Passing through the main hall once more, Olivia's hunched over something. Her phone. I crane my neck around her shoulder to get a better look. She's carefully studying pictures she's taken of her written speech. Seeing the room must have renewed her drive. You'll do great, Olivia. I hope so. I have to get this right. If you want, we can find a table first. Then I can get us dinner and give you a bit of extra time if you want. Would you? Yeah, no problem. Thanks. Olivia points me to the table in the corner, furthest away from the commotion. Just like our spot in the lunchroom at school. How about that? You want meat, right? You know it. At these types of events, they would either have catering or meal tickets, at least when I attended with my parents, but judging by the sight of my peers carrying small plates of food, it's just simple buffet. I think that's kind of the best way to do it. Of course, catering with some 100 active seniors is bound to go wrong. The scent of spiced meat wafts through the spacious hallway, and I can only imagine how Damien would feel right about now. I follow the movement of the crowd, letting the finer-nosed dinosaurs pinpoint the location of the buffet for me. As the ambient music dies down, the chatter starts to grow louder. I turn the corner of a hallway to find myself exactly where I want to be. Buffet stations run parallel to each other along the wall in this cafeteria-esque room. There's even a chef and grill in the corner, prepping personalized, selected cuts of meat to specification. Most of the dinosaurs struggle to remain civilized in the presence of this kind of food. Having skipped a meal, I don't know if Olivia would fare much better. Nearly every station is swarmed with high school seniors. I walk over to one of the few tables in the room that's still open. Sorry, I just cracked my knuckles right in front of the microphone. That can't have been pleasant. So you know how it's like there's thoughts of, oh, it's unhealthy to do that to your knuckles. Do you know what will actually happen to your knuckles and your hands if you crack them? Nothing. All it is gas actually builds up inside of, your ligaments, and the cracking is actually just the gas popping out. Salad bar. I'm getting some pretty good ideas. I'll impress Olivia with the nicest darn meal she's ever seen. That'd be great for soothing her anxious nerves and setting a romantic tone. Taking a balanced tray on one arm, I consider how to best arrange a full dinner properly. Wait, a video I had recently watched starts replaying in my head. Remember, the most important part of a... This has to be Gordon Ramsay. Remember, the most important part of a high-quality meal is the garnishing. Okay, I'll start here and get some veggies from around the edges of the plate. It's framing, like in a painting. Then, I'll go find the best meats to fill in the rest. This is true, by the way. Like, I don't know much about art or music, but I do know a few things about cooking. And yes, presentation is very important. I start waiting in line, eyeing the main courses as it slowly moves me forward. There's some decent variety. I can really work with this. Hey, mind if I cut in? Bah, Damien. Hey, thanks, don't mind if I do. Can't you wait in line like everyone else? I did. The first time. This is round 3. No use getting annoyed if he gets beat up in the parking lot later. It's his own problem. So how's your night going? It's going well. Olivia and I are having a great time so far. Hey, that's great. Liz and I have been dancing like crazy. It's a blast. Gotta say I'm happy for you. Sorry for being unsure earlier when you two first became an item. Looks like I was completely off the mark. Don't sweat it, man. Yeah. Got 2 plates for you. For yourself, I see. Smart. I should have done that. Huh, no. One is for Olivia. He cocks an eyebrow. You sure? Yeah, I'm going to put everything into prettying it up. It's herbivore food, son. It is now. I know what I'm doing. We're finally at the front of the line. I start carefully picking out the best cuts and strips of various meats on display. Saw a guide on this once. It'll end up crazy romantic. Romantic, huh? She likes turkey more than what? I would have duck any day over turkey. Turkey kind of sucks. It is truly a mid. Well, it's not even mid because most meat is good, but I will take any cut of meat or fish above turkey. Not that turkey's bad, but it's just I will take any cut of meat usually over it. Even though I did make a really good turkey meatloaf earlier this week, it was just ground turkey with like Worcestershire sauce, Dijon mustard, carrots, onions, zucchini, and spinach. It was really, really good. Had some breadcrumbs in it and an egg. Some mozzarella on top. Pretty good. I drop the roasted mallard with the tongs and grab the preferred bird. You'll see. It'll be great. If you say so. Oh. I'm sure it'll be fine then. Damien just loads up his plate with stacks upon stacks of brisket and fillets, nearly forgetting to use the tongs at all. Once he has his plate stacked high, he gives a salute and slinks back out of the room. I, however, still have a mission to do. We're not going to finish this anytime soon, are we? I'm going to be stuck playing this forever. There's a few more lines for things like side dishes. This is going to be perfect. 20 minutes later, and 2 trays of perfectly picked meals are balanced precariously in my hands. I don't really know if we need to have more. Like, have a nice kiss at the end of this and say, hey, we enjoyed the rest of the school year. We both went off and lived happily ever after. I think we picked all the right choices of both being fairly sensible and, getting in the good graces of our Gator waifu. I'm fine if it ends right here. It feels like anything after this would just be like kind of forced drama that, like, because we kind of both overcame our own, character flaws. Like, Olivia's gotten out of her shell and gained more confidence. We've also kind of done the same and have, we're learning to trust each other and other people. 20 minutes later, and 2 trays of perfectly picked meals are balanced precariously in my hands. Came out pretty great, I think. I even used the condiments by advantage, leaving perfect dots of flavor where they'll be most effective. I hope Olivia likes it. Here we go. Ta-da! I slide Olivia's tray before her. Part of me is irked that she'd have her elbows on the table, even resting her head on her hands. Sheesh, Inko, you took so long I thought you were going to bring back like an entire cow or something. She smiles and rolls her eyes when she sees the tray. Very funny. Come on, where's the real one? Huh? Her smile fades. This is it? Were the lines really that bad? What do you mean? Like, were there a lot of people? There's barely anything on the plate. What you talking about? There's a cut of rare cooked filet mignon and turkey breast with scallions, asparagus, plus some slices of salmon. It's making me hungry. And salmon sashimi on the side. All properly garnished, of course. My plate is exactly the same. And while it looks and smells delicious... Did I mess up? Yeah, line's out the door. I'll run back for seconds. Hopefully it'll clear up when we finish this. I'm sorry, trying to arrange it nice, like we were at a fancy restaurant. She nods and stabs a fork through a piece of salmon. Well, I appreciate the thought. It does look pretty. Aww. Thanks. Once more recalling proper etiquette, I slice my own steak into tiny morsels, savoring each bite of succulent meat. Olivia doesn't look as enthusiastic about the meal as I do. I always believe that presentation helps elevate the flavor of the food, but the sight of Olivia picking hers apart with a look of disinterest leaves a sour taste in my mouth. As I continue eating, I notice the coal in my glass begins to ripple and fizz a lot more than usual. Is this an earthquake? Thunk. Oh god. Good evening, you two. It's Mr. Ferris. Wow, I haven't seen him since he gave me the bad news that my teacher is dead. He glances over at Olivia. That's right, he had to tell her, too. So he's probably here to check up on us. He's seated down with a heaping plate of dinner. Olivia looks up from her plate longingly at it. Whoa, hey, Mr. Ferris. He's got steamed hams, doesn't he? Dang, nice outfit. Thank you, I actually picked it out for myself. Wow, you're getting some fine taste. That means a lot, thank you. Are you chaperoning? I am. Although it'd be more accurate to say, ATF? No, NARC, maybe. Turns out when you organize an event with 100 teenagers, some of them decide it's not enough and try and bring their own fun. I lost count of how many brand new flasks I've confiscated. Between you and I, the other staff plan on making sure it all doesn't go to waste after the party's over. Based. Oh, brother. Taking a short break from my own meal, I saw you two hidden away here in the corner. So how goes it? Is the night treating you well? Yeah, we're having fun. Oh, Christmas music is back. It's getting good. I'm just trying to memorize my memorial speech for later. Of course, I should have guessed. The whale man proceeds to bite into enough. Ugh, Damien was right. It's hard to watch. Last I saw you two was a terrible occasion, but I'm glad to see that both of you have bounced back. Thanks. That's a pretty stern look you have, Olivia. It's nothing. Listen, don't worry about your speech. I'm sure it will be great. No need to overwork yourself. Relax a little. It should be a fun night, not a stressful one. You're right. Yeah, Olivia, don't worry too much about memorizing a script. You should speak from the heart, and if anybody knows how to pay respects to Yodikin, it's you. Yeah, it's kind of the problem. Nobody else here would understand most of what I wanted to say. They don't know Yodikin like I did. How am I supposed to summarize everything he meant to me in 5 minutes? Have some faith, Olivia. People understand when you speak from the heart. Yeah, sure. Inko's right, Olivia. People are genuinely empathetic after all. Huh? Oh. He's like dressed like the Joker. I follow the source of the voice, spotting Ben as he approaches the table with a wide smile. Everybody's experienced loss, Olivia. You'd be surprised at just how much they'll understand. As Ben takes a seat, Olivia doesn't look happy. In fact, she looks noticeably more upset than she did 5 seconds ago. Good evening, Benjamin. You've done a bang-up job on organizing tonight. The design of it wasn't all me. The student council all worked together. Of course, the decorations are just reused from year to year. Or a lot of the decorations are just reused from year to year after as well. Ben skillfully forks several vegetables together into one bite. He seems to content that Olivia is actually tolerating his presence. If I may be a bit open here, I want to thank you guys for being here. I'm so relieved this is all going off without a hitch. I'd been crazy nervous myself that things wouldn't go well. Like, if I mess it up, I might as well spit on his grave too. Those kinds of thoughts plagued me the entire time as I worked on this. Why is that? Because Mr. Yodikin was the best teacher. The table was shaking under my wrists. Looking over, I noticed how Olivia's free hand clutches the edge of the table tightly. Honestly, I loved his classes the most. He really had a way with teaching. It's something in his tone. I can't help but notice how all his words of praise for a teacher simply angered Olivia. Yeah, he went above and beyond. He's really inspirational. Olivia grunts her own agreement. She's really gripping the table's edge like she's trying to snap it in two. So I'm just really glad I'm doing Yadikin proud. I feel like I've really got him, you know? You know what? I'm not doing... Uh-oh. Inko, we are dancing. My girlfriend, my Gator friend, grabs my arm and starts dragging me away from the table. Olivia, what's wrong? Through grit teeth, she responds roughly. Just feeling that holiday spirit, Inko. Okay. Have fun. She doesn't even look back at Ben or Mr. Ferris as we shove our way through the crowd to the dance floor. She's still tugging me along with her tail around my wrist. Is she? No. Oh. The upbeat music grows louder, and I can barely hear Olivia grumbling to herself. The nerve, what does he know? Just trying to make himself feel better. I can feel the tension within Olivia through her tail squeezing roughly around my wrist. Touch that melts away from her when a gentle stroke of my thumb runs over the scaly appendage. Olivia's breath leaves her slowly, the exhale seeming to take all of her frustration with it as she slows down. Once it's gone, her body goes slack. I have to actually catch her tail before it hits the floor, and I earn an appreciative smile from her before we continue towards the dance floor, and everybody walk the dinosaur. Eventually, though, enough students are displaced, and we have a section of the floor to ourselves. I only just now realize the situation I'm in. Good news, I do in fact know how to dance. Several years of tagging along to business parties made sure of that. Even then, I actually looked up some guides yesterday to keep myself refreshed just in case. You would have thought his parents would have set him up with someone by now, too. Bad news, I do not know how to bust it down, epic style. Even as a quirked-up human with a little bit of swagger, I'm not goated with the sauce, as the kids say. The very concept of busting a move is foreign to me. I've only seen it in shows and occasionally from game characters during a live stream. Don't be stupid. I can't be that hard. Hey. Olivia's moving and grooving, bobbing in her chair, rolling her shoulders. Wow, I'm an idiot. This is just how anyone dances when they're jamming in a car. She pauses a second and notices me staring. Come on, what are you waiting for? Don't tell me you're too refined to even do this, rich boy. Wow. I'm messing with you. I know you're not. You're just a dork. It doesn't take long for to match her rhythm. As we dance, her small smile slowly evolves into a radiant grin. Her annoyance after that dinner is completely gone, a thing of the past. Even when the song ends and a new one starts, we seamlessly bridge into the new rhythm. Everything else fades away until it's simply us, lost to time and the world and caught up in the music now. Eventually, the tracks swap over to a slower tempo. Olivia takes the cue to check the time on her phone. Oh man, it's about time. She shows me. 9:20. Still have time. Olivia shakes her head. Not much. I need to prepare. Oh, but the music just got good. I was wanting to show... Sorry, I can't, Nico. I really need to make sure it goes well. Be here for me, please. Okay. I understand. Thank you. Olivia takes both my hands in hers, weaving our fingers together tightly. I can feel her pulse beat through our linked hands, and she must be feeling mine too. Her eyes close slowly, and I can feel her heartbeat slowly fall in line with mine. Finally, she gently lets go. She turns her wheelchair and starts off in another direction, not breaking eye contact until she's lost in the crowd. Well, that was that. That was amazing. It's a shame we couldn't get a proper slow dance, though. The shame. Yeah. A few people glance my way. Get stood up? Oh crap, I'm just standing here on the dance floor like a chump. I cut through the crowd to reach the sidelines. There's chairs set up along some of the walls to rest in. Am I just being selfish? We danced for what, an hour? It's not like we can't ever dance again. Olivia has responsibilities, and she takes them seriously. That's what makes her so great. She wasn't like that at all at the start of the year, was she? Across the dance floor, I can catch sight of Damien with his date. The two sway along, carefully stepping around each other. Damien's actually struggling, but Liz holds him tight, taking him through the motions. While the song goes on, he gets more confident in his strides. More impressively is how he seems to handle her neck, which makes the girl's head swoon and melt in his embrace. By the end of it, it almost looks like he was the one teaching her. After a few songs, the lights fade out more. Looks like I was right in my guess earlier. This must be the last song. Fireworks above the building burst into bright flashes of color. The iridescent sparks fall away with each cacophonous boom, and some into colored shapes, but most just a kaleidoscope of fading embers. While the song is eclipsed by the blast of fireworks, I still see couples lost within the gentle melody. Even Liz and Damien are still dancing. Sorry, I'm an American. Ignorant of the fiery display overhead. The last song fades out and the lights start getting warmer. It stings a little. On-stage Principal Scalar steps up to the lone microphone and gives a thumbs up to have it turned on. Good evening, everyone. I hope you've all had a wonderful night. The remaining chatter gets quieter. Thank you all for coming to tonight's event. I'm happy to see so many participate in one of St. Hammond's oldest traditions. Although this year we have cut it just a bit short for a special occasion. As you all know, earlier this year we lost one of our most beloved teachers at St. Hammond. Yodikin taught for many years and gave his all to helping his students learn. So, we have a few words of service we've prepared to send the night off. First, we'll be hearing from our student council president, Benjamin McKnight. What a yuppie name. Ben approaches us from off stage, graciously taking Scalar's position in front of the microphone. There's a bit of polite applause, and Principal Scalar moves back. And notice a few students are already leaving out the back door. Pricks. Well, whatever. Thank you, Principal Scalar. When I learned of Mr. Yodikin's passing, my whole world just seemed to break. I had known him for 4 years, but in that time he became a very important person in my life. Did he steal Olivia's speech? If he did, I don't know what's gonna happen. He was a mentor figure to me, someone who guided, and though Ben spoke passionately, he prattled. I don't think he did that. The student council president made his point and then some, like he didn't want to stop talking. Hey, it's this one. Enough Lunara, that's her name. Enough so that the next speaker, not Olivia, but a familiar black and white raptor girl, only had a few minutes for her own words. She was much more succinct, giving a traditional prayer in his name. In nomine Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancti, Amen. Finally, the girl took the microphone from its stand and handed it to Olivia as she wheeled onto stage. Olivia moves into the spotlight with a look of determination on her face. She takes a moment, breathing deeply before scanning over everyone still inside the room. I flash her a thumbs up, though I don't know if she can see me under that bright light. Finally, she brings the mic to her mouth and begins. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Hello. My name is Olivia Halford. Many of you know of me, the quiet girl in a wheelchair at school. But for the longest time, Yadikin was the only person to actually show he cared. The only teacher to truly teach me, the only one to really reach out. In a dark, lonely world where I thought I was all alone, he was there for me. And not long as Olivia talks, absorbing her genuine words. Part of me of why I was asked to talk today. I can't hope to say what I was his favorite student, but he was definitely my favorite teacher. From a child, I always had a passion for art. And I've had many teachers through the years learning. After so long, I just had the impression that none of them actually liked art. Rather, to them, it's another subject to teach to equally disinterested students for throwaway grades. And I can say none of them went above and beyond the way he did for his students. She takes a pause to catch her breath, and I notice her eyes still half-lidded as she peers left and right. That spotlight must be poorly angled, as it looks to be aimed right at her eyes. Yadikin was one of the best, and he was taken from us too soon. But he does live on, through the students he really did teach. That's how he taught, giving it his all, not getting discouraged by apathetic classes of ungrateful, unwilling students. If just one student was there to learn, he would teach them all he knew. I am honored to have been that for him. There's some whispers around me, and I notice more and more of some of our peers are quietly speaking during her speech. I wave my arms, silently pleading as she notices me. Sadly, because of that damn spotlight, Olivia cannot take my hint to reel her speech back on course. In his prime, he was known for his portrait work. Controversial as his efforts were, there was no denying his skill. And though I don't do portraits so often, and as though I'm not as skilled as him yet, someone like me was able to win an art contest in just months of his class. Teaching like that takes serious talent and a serious heart. And through his efforts and those he's affected, he'll live on. I'll continue to make great work. I'll continue to do his name justice and carry his torch as his apprentice. That's what he deserves the most. Thank you, and have a good night. Silencio. A bit more polite clapping, but also some murmurs from the crowd. Is she alright? That's it? Did she just say we were based? She basically told all the other students to fuck off. Did she just say we were ungrateful and unwilling? No, that isn't what I meant. Murmurs grow to chatter. Olivia looks my way. Confusion entered into her features. That's it? That's the whole speech? I don't know who said it, but it was said with an angry tone. That was just a cheap puff piece about yourself. That was hurtful. No, of course not. I just leave his hands fungible for something. The chatter is growing louder as Olivia pulls a small white ball from her chair's storage compartment. Her hands shake, the sound of paper crumpling coming from the speakers. Ben's notes. To continue, Yadikin was an important member of the community, and oh my god, that really was the whole thing. Are you serious? How insulting to Yadikin. You should be ashamed. Woman moment. My mind is scrambling. What can I even do? The damage has been done. No, it's fine. So as long as Olivia calms down, she can have a good comeback. I've got to do something. You're doing great, Olivia. Keep it coming. She instantly rips the paper in two. Uh-oh. Who was that? Are you mocking me? What is wrong with all of you? Shit, that wasn't what I meant. The principal rushes on stage. Olivia bats her arm away. No, let go of me. A vicious growl permeates... I like this. A vicious growl permeates through her clenched teeth. Silver eyes glare daggers at every person in the room, still in the room, shouting back at her. Enraged, she smashes the paper in her hands into a ball and chucks it at the crowd. Fuck all of you, or fuck you all. None of you knew him like I did. Yadikin meant more to me than anyone fucking else. Olivia, please. The speakers let out a terrifying noise as the microphone is tossed aside. Olivia turns away from the angry crowd, rolling herself off stage towards a back exit. For a moment, I can see Damien and Liz among the churning sea of bodies. They looked at me with utter confusion and shock. I mean, they are right that she did make it a little bit about herself. But still, could they have not just shut up for 5 minutes? Again, stop picking on the girl in a wheelchair. She was also right. They look at me with utter confusion and shock. Coming back to my senses, I run out of the hall and chase after Olivia. Pushing the side exit open, the frigid breeze of the outside air hits my face. Where'd she go? I catch a glimpse of her turning the corner of the building. Olivia, wait up! Olivia, wait. Fucking hell. Hold on. It takes me a moment to catch my breath. What the hell happened back there? We're by the carport. There's crowds of people exiting the building. Some are waiting by the curb, probably for the valet or some other transportation. Her eyes level on me. Eyes a mixture of anger and pain. Olivia? Olivia, you just blew up out of nowhere at everyone. What's wrong? Olivia's on the brink of tears, her enraged eyes welling up with tears. Why didn't they get it? What did I do wrong? My teeth rattle painfully as I close my mouth. I poured my heart and soul out to those Arschlochen, and look what happened. Ugh! It was all for naught. Those freaks. You get it, right, Inko? Yeah, I do. Listen, it's not over. Of course it is. Yadakin deserves better than this. What a disgrace. Look, there's a way to make it up. Olivia turns and sniffles a little bit. She's listening. Right now, things seem really down, I know. But the stage is still probably open. Sure, if I just give the word with Ben or Scalar, they'll let you continue, and you could apologize. Oh my gosh, shut up. Yadakin was wrong. All those assholes, even you, Inko, all they cared about was themselves. Well, I mean your speech. I took your advice, Inko. Hey, I said tell your story to them. I don't recall saying make it all about yourself. Uh-oh. So sorry on my part. Maybe you should go back and apologize too. Fuck them. Why should I? Yeah, she's right. Because it'll make you look bad if you don't. Like I should give two shits about what they think of me. I give two shits because it's going to make... What are you saying? Who cares? It's going to make me look bad. I really shouldn't have said that. But No! Are you seriously making this about you? It's not about me, but I'm trying to help you, so it affects me. She tries to yell something, but her voice cracks and breaks into a miserable growl. I watch as tears begin to stream from her still vicious eyes. Come on, Olivia, that's all I've ever wanted to do. Well, maybe. I don't want you to help. Her voice is deep and stern. You don't really want that, do you? How do you know? You think you understand me? That you have it all figured out? That you know what I want? Fuck you, Inko. Ooh. This is so sad. A hollow feeling resonates through me. She doesn't mean that. She can't. Can she? Look, Olivia, why don't we just go back home and maybe on Monday you can... Yeah, I think I'm going to go home. Here, let me call... No, I'm going home alone. Seriously? Yeah, it's over. Rip. What do you mean, over? She turns her chair away from me. Oh, that wasn't good. That wasn't good, chat. We should not have said just the most stupid things we possibly could have. Teenagers say dumb things, but... I mean, yeah, this was not the time to say, hey, maybe your speech was a little too self-absorbed. She turns her chair away from me, rolling herself down the sidewalk away from the venue. You can't walk home alone. Olivia, listen... Snap. The sound is unmistakable. I nearly just lost my hand. Fuck off. I want to follow after, desperately try and reason with her, but my legs refuse to move. Part of me forces myself to watch Olivia as she slowly moves down the sidewalk, as other students pass her by and toss hateful words her way, as if the world seems to throw all its vitriol onto this wheelchair-bound girl, buffeting her with a blistering cold gust. As she waits at the metro station in view, I'm incapable of looking away. It must be some punishment for what I said. I can finally see Olivia quake with tears at the station. Just as Olivia wails with agony, the train comes, hiding her from me. That wail was the last thing I heard from her that night, though at times her haunting cry resurfaces in my memories, returning to tear at my heart without remorse, with no reason or warning as to why. The end. Well, that was a fun game, everyone. A bit long. You know, alone. I'm afraid. I've always heard the stories of events like prom ending with merriment and talk of after parties. The ride back home was silent. I opened the door to my undecorated house, the air feeling much colder than it did outside. I didn't bother turning the lights on as I hobbled through the empty halls. Oh, excuse me. Each step up the stairs is forced. The bedroom door swings open and I can't be bothered to close it. My bed has never looked so inviting. Although maybe it's the other way around, everything else is too cold. It's the new center of the universe. I just flump face first into it. I'm alone. This is sad. The winter days dragged on endlessly during the Christmas break. Something inside me just sapped any and all strength from me. Wake up whenever I can't sleep anymore. Eat whatever so my stomach wouldn't hurt. Stare at my computer's monitor without really acknowledging what was on it. The bare minimum of existing. The one singular thought that pervaded my mind was, I want to see her. I would find myself looking at my phone's messenger app, eyes glancing over the old pictures and messages I was sent. All those doodles she sent me that meant nothing to her now meant the world to me. Fingers tapping the digital keys with whatever words I thought. Asking her if she was okay. Asking if I could see her. Asking for forgiveness. Only for the words to vanish as my thumb held down on the delete key. In this cold and lonely room, I desperately wanted to reach out to Olivia. In each passing day, I would muster up just enough courage to write a longer and longer message. My courage would vanish by the end, and I'd go back to simply existing. Lost in an ocean of, okay, get over yourself, you're a teenager. This thing happens. In an ocean of apathy in this room. It's Christmas Eve today. I got some new house robes for my parents, had them pre-wrapped and sent over. They'll open it when they get home tomorrow night. Everyone else is having a big meal with their families. They all got their own yearly traditions, whatever old comedy gets put on like a ritual. For beds, the kids get to open one present early. Everyone else stays up chattering with each other for a while, but not me. I'm just in my pajamas watching a show I don't even like. In senior year, next year I'll have taxes. Looking at my messenger again. Tap, tap, tap. I stare at the message I had composed. My thumb hovers over the backspace key. Breathe in. Breathe out. Tap. Hey. I did it at last. My heart thumps roughly as immediately after I see the typing animation on my screen. Hey. My thumbs went to mash away wildly on the keys. Write out an infinite number of things that just fly to the forefront of my mind. But I hold off and think. To finally decide. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve. Right, Eve. I lost track of time. Same. What have you been doing? In the most literal sense of the word. Not. Nothing really, you. Dealing with Vinny. He is my new boyfriend. Decorating for tomorrow. Sounds fun. Yeah, fun. You know what? I really like that. The weight behind her sending us that message, that little doodle of that stupid rat. This is what's called writing, a good writing in a game, or whatever this is. Because that simple thing, you know how much is behind that, you know? Like, we fully understand. Actually, even when he just said hey to her, and she said hey back, you completely kind of understand what she's feeling right now. Like, yeah, I kind of blew up at you. I'm still kind of searching through my feelings, but I don't hate you. She included a drawn guts looking depressed, and a strange sensation overtook my face. It was my smile. I've forgotten what it felt like to smile in only just a week. So, you still by yourself? Yeah. My fingers had moved without me realizing. Before I could explain, I saw Olivia typing a reply, and I held myself. That sucks. Your parents suck. I know. Another rough thump of my heart rattled my chest. Listen. I thought about that night, and I'm sorry for what I said. I fucked up, Olivia. Please take me back. Don't say that. I waited a few seconds. No response. Was it too much? Too little? What am I even doing? I let my phone fall onto my chest and rubbed my eyes. Baka. Bazit. Okay. Aww. I'll give it another shot. What a nice girl. I jerk up straight. Oh, thank you, Raptor Jesus. I swear I'm going to church every Sunday from now on. Based. Thank you. Can I come over tomorrow? There's no one here. No. You probably shouldn't. There's a pause between her replies, time during which I feel my breath leaving me and my heart slow in its beating. That came out bad. Look, it's mostly over what happened between... I'm mostly over what happened between us. But it still hurt. I need some extra time. Don't make things awkward. Or don't want to make things awkward, you know? This just feels like a real person, doesn't it? Like, I'm very impressed by the writing. Especially if this was made by a bunch of weirdos on 4chan. This generally does feel like real people. Take note, writers. Some of that squeezing feeling is back. I really jacked myself, didn't I? I guess I deserved it. This is my price to pay? Yeah, alright. See you at school? Sure. I decided to flip on an old Christmas movie. It's one meant for kids, but I remember watching it once with my family. As I doze off, it's just a... whereas parents, like, okay, they're in the hospital, his dad is still working, you know, when his mother's giving birth. You know, she gives birth, alright, hand it over to a sitter, I'm going back to work the next day. As I doze off, it's just a little less bitter. We texted more and more over the winter break. By the time I saw Olivia again at school, it almost felt like how things used to be. Almost. Ooh, we're back in her room. In our room. Okay, days are just passing by. I had a lot to make up for after. Or the visual novel's broken. It's just showing images. I had a lot to make up for after all. But we are so back. I was back in her good graces. It's more than I could have ever asked for, honestly. The rest of the school year seemed like a formality, and instead I'd put my efforts into just being there for Olivia. After all, it was just the two of us versus the world once we graduated. Ellipses. We're growing a beard? What's going on? Another day at work, another walk home through the shit show that is urban rush hour. I sigh as several car horns continue to blare uh, at each other with reckless abandon. At least it's Friday. The words linger in the air as the faint evening breeze washes over me. Experience has taught me that walking home from my office building is faster than trying to drive through this mess. I briefly stopped to observe the source of the massive buildup. They've been doing construction on this intersection for the last 3 months. Verdammt, I'm off work early today. Something about corporate reorganizations, that's usually code for downsizing. At least I'll get to see Olivia in her prime. We're always so busy these days, but tonight can be special. I don't even remember the last time we went out together for a date night. She's sure to love a nice dinner date. It'll be like old times. What does Mommy Olivia look like? I'm excited. Another 15 minutes of dodging cars and homeless people. I'm finally at my destination. The Volcaldera Gallery of Arts. Olivia had spoken with Elena, and they'd come to some sort of agreement to start producing and selling her work at Elena's gallery. And over the years, that arrangement changed, and Olivia became a part-time assistant to Elena. It's a nice gig, but it doesn't pay the most. Of course, it's just until her career really takes off. After that, it's a beachfront life for the both of us. Good luck. If the schedule she gave me is right, Olivia should be showcasing her work right about now. What is going on? I know this is a kind of fantasy or flash forward to what he thinks the future is going to be like. The inside of the gallery is dry and cool, a contrast to the hot and humid weather outside. Independent conversations echo throughout the room as I walk past the front desk. Nobody dares to question me. I think her showcase is in the East Wing, right next to Yadikin's old section. As I follow my vague memories, I come to a wide open section of the gallery. I spot Olivia not too far away. It looks like she's talking to someone. I approach her slowly to overhear the conversation, trying not to interrupt. You've made several comments earlier this week in this interview about your inspiration for your latest work. Do you want to elaborate on this? She's holding a tablet, tapping away as she speaks. A journalist, then. Disgusting. Ooh. I'm not sure I like this look for her. This is like old. Like, I don't like the way her hair looks, and I don't like the weird shirt she's wearing. Where's her hoodie? I don't like it. I don't like this. I'm very disappointed. Let your hair out, Olivia. Yes, I can. Recently, I've been looking a lot more into warmer tones. My usual palette favored cool tones that were evocative of an evening theming. Doesn't evening often have a warm tone to it? Anyways. But for this series, I wanted to tackle what comes after the nighttime vistas. At least from daybreak to noon. Olivia finally notices my presence and turns her head to me. Inko? Something happened? What are you doing over here? I wanted to surprise you. Oh, that's nice. Is he your husband, Miss Halford? Oh no, we're just dating. What? Why haven't you put a ring on that yet? Would you mind if I got some comments from him as well? It may be useful. I don't know. I guess it'd be fine. Excellent. I hate shirts like that. Something about just like the shirt with no sleeves, but like it's still a button up. It's not like a tank top. Just looks awful to me. The woman turns to me, pushing her tablet well in my personal bubble. Miss Halford said you're Inko. Incognito. We've been an item for 3 years now. 3 years since high school, then? Olivia does not look 21 in this. That looks... She looks like she's 50. I'm sorry to say, it's just the way her hair looks and everything. Yes, we met and started dating our senior year together. So you've been with her for a while. You must be very familiar with her process as well. I'd say so, yes. What could you tell me about Olivia's presence in the art world, then? Her work really stands out, yet pieces aren't that widespread. Well, I can see Olivia's head shaking. It's personal talk we've had more and more often these days. The tablet pushes further into my space. Just wanted to see what she looks like. Is she wearing shorts too? Ugh, she's got a beret on too. Again, I actually think, yeah, take back what I said. Yeah, Olivia would look fine in a beret. The tablet pushes further into my space, urging me to speak. It's not that Olivia doesn't want her works to spread, it's just the majority of people that approach her have been from varying advocacy organizations for disabled individuals. I don't see how that would be a problem. It isn't, honestly, but before I can continue, Olivia forces herself between the journalist and I. I think that's enough for now. The reporter reluctantly nods, politely excusing herself in the presence of Olivia's leer. Look, Olivia, Olivia pulls me aside around a corner, whispering angrily. What are you doing? I've told you time and again, I'm not doing it that way. Okay, sorry. When does this end? You shouldn't even be here. Shouldn't you be at work? I got to go home early today. Relax, and I wanted to see you. A gentler puff of air slips from her lips. Thanks. Hey, we haven't been somewhere in forever. Now that I have some time off, do you want to have dinner someplace nice tonight? You seem stressed. Olivia untenses herself a little. Dinner? Wow, I guess it has been a long while. Yeah, I think I'd like that. Great. Anywhere in mind you like to go? She closes her eyes in contemplation. Nothing in particular. I'd be glad to relax a bit wherever. You getting off work at the same time today? Yep, 5 p.m. Look, this interview's really important. This gal's from a pretty major publication. Can't have this go wrong, alright? I really think this is my big chance. I get the idea, alright? Okay. Just relax, okay? You're doing great with the interview. As soon as this flash forward ends, I'm going to stop the stream. We're going to finish this sucker up on... If everything seems right, it'll be Sunday. But yeah. I'm hungry. I'm cold. I want to take a shower. And I want to go to bed. You'll do great. And tonight we can celebrate. Yeah. Alright, you should go. I'm going. On my way out, I wave back at the confused journo, while Olivia rolls back her direction to finish the interview. I walk home with a bit more pep in my step. Man, I really need this date too. I've been getting a few butterflies again. I open the door and flick a light switch, revealing our dignified flat. You're not married and you're living together? What is going on? This isn't Christian at all. There's not much furniture, with most of the floor being reserved for Olivia's art supplies and space to maneuver her wheelchair. Honestly, it looks a bit like an extension of the gallery she works at. Some might call it messy, but I like to think of it as homely. On our way to our bedroom, I pass the kitchen and catch a glimpse of the sink. I still need to wash the dishes and sweep the floor. Never mind that now, there's something much more important. I make it to the master bedroom, opening up the expansive wardrobe that lies just inside. What to wear? Wardrobe minigame. An hour of hygiene and fashion later, I'm all cleaned up wearing the exact same clothing. I take a seat on the living room sofa, waiting patiently for Olivia to get home. It's a little after 5, she'll probably be here in like 10 minutes. I don't care about this, because this is not real. This isn't actually happening. I haven't actually decided where I'll take her. It's gotta be barbecue. Somewhere like man, we've been living here for ages and I don't actually know where anything is. My phone's old proprietary map boats, and I check around for restaurants within walking distance. Handful, falafel, looks great, Herbivore themed, though, so can't. That means there must be a McDonald's. A quick check of search setting confirms it. Only carnivore locations based. There we go, a refined list of nearby locations. One in particular is even marked as new. Simone's. Opened a few months ago, and it looks pretty neat. Checking their website, I see that they still have some available tables for tonight. Menu looks exquisite. Alright, that decides it. I check the time, 5:15. Bah, should have figured out the foot traffic we bad today. It's Friday after all. Olivia should be here any minute. Man, is it that bad? I should check up on her. We have the same phone? Interview over? No response. Is it still going on then? Jeez. Starting to get worried. A pit starts to gather in my gut. Or I'm just hungry. No, I'm not eating before a date. Come on, Olivia, get home already. That's it. I'll just call her. If she interrupts the interview, it interrupts the interview. Find Olivia's contact and please leave your message for Scheisse. Oh, come on. Is her phone off? Man. I guess a sandwich wouldn't hurt. My knees pop when I stand. Guess I was sitting a while. While I busy myself with sandwich crafting, I can feel my worries bubble further. Maybe I should just go back to the gallery? No, she'd left to be way too easy for us to just pass each other. With nothing else to do, I flip on the TV. There's a new documentary series out that'll fill the noise nicely. I hardly pay attention to it, just getting bites into my little sandwich until it's all gone. Guilt pangs me, but what else was I supposed to do? I sigh and look out the window. Outside, the unmistakable wail of an ambulance? No. Of course not. That'd be stupid. Quit worrying. You alright? Dang it, Olivia, can't this have waited just one day? Ugh. What am I thinking? Knock that off me. Just need to have some faith. I'm getting worked up for nothing, and we can laugh about it over our dinner tonight. Yeah, I'm just worrying over nothing. I'll just sit back and relax until Olivia arrives. Ooh. She mad. Get in the bedroom right now. I'm angry. Slam. Hi, Scheisse. I flip around on the couch. Fuck. From the loud thumping, I can already guess she's not happy. Olivia's tail slams loudly on the floor in frustration as she wheels herself off into our living room. Olivia, what happened? I was getting worried. I was at the damn interview. For hours. That fucking reporter. Holy shit, I need to punch something. The interview didn't go. What do you think? Olivia stops herself and exhales deeply. No, it didn't. She loved my work. We were right there, ready to make this happen. Then she shows me her notes. You know what they said? Differently abled, passionately enabled. I tell her to drop the angle. She says she's not interested in the article otherwise. She was just there to make her shitty little story about the disabled artist to ride my situation to stardom. She tries to say it's mutually beneficial, so for hours I try to keep the conversation going. Show her my process and anything to get her just to say yes. I was right there, Inko. Right there. All I needed to hear was a yes. For once. God, why does nobody get it? It was all for nothing. Now I just fuck it. I'm sorry I'm late. Can we go on the date thing now? I'm hungry. Everything's closed, Olivia. Fucking fantastic. None of this would happen if she had just done it. Now I look like a desperate idiot. I'm still stuck at this place making barely above minimum wage, and I still don't even get the date. God, I am doomed to mediocrity forever. If it matters that much, maybe you should just accept it. I didn't mean to mumble that. I hope Olivia didn't notice it. Ooh, she noticed. The fuck was that? She's giving me a chance to change what I said. I've gotten a few of those over the years whenever I broke some unspoken rule of hers. And I'd always capitulate because I figure that's what a good boyfriend would do. Except today. This was my only early day in a while, the first time in years I could have felt like her boyfriend for once. Something boils over. No, it wasn't supposed to be like this. I can't bring myself to say anything more. I just sit in silence while Olivia starts tensing up. What does that mean? You're supposed to support me. We're here for each other. That's what all this is for. I've been supporting you, Olivia. I love you. Then why? Her breathing is getting heavier. I see her claws poking out, pressing into her armrests. Those scared me once. She won't use them. Olivia, listen to me. This is the first time in years that I could have taken you on a date. That we could have gone anywhere we wanted to. And we would have. And we would have been back by now having fun. And it was spent on even more of this stupid, stubborn nonsense. She sits aghast. Who are you? I'm the guy that's had to deal with this crap for 3 years now. I like you, Olivia. I love you. I want to do stuff with you. Can't you make it easy to deal with you? Oh, like you would know your fucking parents aren't even around and they'd get shit-faced every night. Rather get shit-faced every night and then deal with you once. My parents didn't abandon me to... Oh, fuck. My parents didn't abandon me to some other poor family to raise instead. Her brow furrows and her eyes widen. Before I can bother feeling guilty about the statement, she roars. How could you know the situation I was in, you prick? I'm just trying to make my shitty situation not shit. And it wouldn't be that way if you didn't demand everyone else play by your rules. You're no different from those so-called phonies that abuse their disability, except you're broke. Oh my fucking... Is it so much to ask for one person who gets it? Am I the insane one here? I don't need you turning on me too, you spineless sack of scheisse. Is it really the entire world conspiring against me to make sure I'm painting under a bridge with condiments and shit within the next few years? There's so much asked for one person to not just use me to climb the social ladder. If you're so concerned about it, then let them. It's been 3 damned years, Olivia. Face it, your career isn't taking off because you refuse to let anyone actually see it. Because you're so hung up about your fucking wheelchair. Fuck you, you suspect... You skinny... Slur. Uh-oh. Domestic violence. Shice. That was too far. What are we doing? What's happened to us? It wasn't supposed to be like this. We stand motionless, just staring at the carnage of the vase. The water leaks across the tile. The flowers, a birthday gift from me to her, lay withered on the floor in pieces. Olivia finally meets my eyes. Her expression is a horrid mix of shock and remorse. The fire has died. All heat is gone. In its place is simply 2 burnt-out individuals. The reality has been ignored for so long. Her head falls, and she rolls away to the office we turn into her studio. Its door creaks slowly before shutting softly. Grabbing a towel from the kitchen, I try to carefully collect the broken pieces of the vase. Not carefully enough, though, as my palm is cut on a jagged edge. Thankfully, the towel staunches the small cut enough that I clean up the rest of the damage. I set the damaged flowers in the sink since there's still a chance some of them can be saved. The vase is a lost cause, though. As I look at it, I feel the sounds of sniffling reach my ears, and I look to the closed studio. An idea comes to mind. There's one last undamaged tulip here. I could take it to her and apologize for my harsh words. Maybe she could even apologize, too. Maybe. But I don't even know anymore. Setting the last living flower into a cup, I fill it with some water. It looks horrible. Petals are damaged, the stem is bent. Some of my blood is mixed with the water, making it look disgusting. If it were a picture, it would be the perfect representation of us right now. But I gave that up. I gave up a lot of things for Olivia. It's like she doesn't even understand that, though. I placed the glass where the vase once was, and lay down on the couch once more. This is our life now. This has been our life for so long, and I don't even know where this life is going to take us. Ellipses. And it's with that horrifying thought that I drift into a dreamless sleep. What? No. 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 No way. What did I do wrong? This is bullshit. I did everything right. This better be a joke. Stock photo by Ansel Adams. Yeah, I've heard of that. Animation by them. There's no way. Well, I'm not happy. Thankfully, there are 4 endings. I cannot understand how we got the bad ending. I mean, is this the worst ending? Again, I did look through some of the game files to see like the screenshots or some of the other stuff, and it's like there's other scenes, so I don't know what happened. The end. Really? Really? Bullshit. Ending 2 of 4. Wasn't supposed to be like this. No. Complete the other endings to get something extra. Jeez. Aww. Alright. Now there's the apartment. Okay. Well, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go on whatever wiki or whatever there is and look up the different endings. And I'm gonna get the good ending on Sunday. We're gonna get the good ending. We did get part of it. I don't understand what happened, though. I like this game quite a bit. Enough to even call it a game. That was kind of bullshit, though. Okay. Well, thank you, whoever was watching this. We need to hug that gator even more. Okay. Oh no. Where was our last save? Oh, it was all the way back at the, when, we were with Mia and Ben. Jeez. Because there hadn't been a decision up until then. Okay. Well, God bless everybody. This was a bit of a disappointment. I'm just curious as to the choices I'm going to start from the very beginning and just go through the different. There's got to be a point where, yeah, all the different endings diverge. So I'm just going to do that. On Wednesday, I'm going to see what's what and explore the endings. We're going to get through a good ending, though. Alright, so thank you, everybody.